It's good to see so many of you here. Let's see if I can like play some music or something, because that's, you know, what I used to do these days. Or not these days. These days I don't do it as much. I used to do it before all this craziness came on. Ah, Giant Steps. Sammy Buckets, what's going on? Always got to turn the volume back down to normal when Dan comes on. Yeah, I think I sorted everything. I think I sorted everything with the volume. But what's up, guys? What's going on? What's the deal? What's been oh, and see if you can hear this. Oh yeah, that's it right there. That's the ticket. This is a Razer, what is this? Razer Black Widow Elite. I think it was the only one that had green switch options. I don't know why I wanted green switches, but they're actually a little heavier than I originally thought. I don't know why that is, but... Ooh, there we go. It does feel really nice, actually, Edenwaith. It has a scroll wheel on the right side, but I don't know. I think it's just for the volume to turn it up and down. Jim plays games. Oh, yeah, man. There's always new stuff on the shelf, for sure. Not as quite as loud or clicky as my Matthias Tactile Pro. What was the one you guys were just talking about? Who was talking about a different keyboard on there? Bustatunes. Yes, sir. Oh, man. Good to see you, bro. So I think, guys, hopefully at the end of this stream, we'll try to raid Bustatunes. If you don't know who he is, his real name, which I'll reveal on stream, is Will Roger, and he is the composer for a bunch of games, but probably the two significant ones for us, and I know there's more than two significant ones he's done. The two significant ones for us are the Monkey Island remake, and most recently, the most recently released title, I think, is the Mortal Kombat 11. There's a new DLC that he just did. So, yeah, definitely follow him. And also, hopefully, if he's on, because he's going to be doing some kind of special stream tonight at, I think, a couple hours into our stream, because he's on Pacific time. But that would be really cool, because I want to see what he's talking about. I always like to hear what he does. And I listened to one of his streams the other day, and I thought to myself, man, you should really quit composing. It was just so good. The stuff I heard, I was like, geez, this is fantastic stuff. But I didn't quit. Not yet. That's how I felt after listening to it. Oh, nice. Grunoslav, I didn't know you knew Will. Super nice guy. I've never met him in person, but I got to meet him on a game audio hangout for the first time, and it was really cool. So I don't know the Monkey Island stuff super well. To be honest, I don't know game music like to perform it that well, because I don't do it very often. Mostly what I perform is not game music. It's like, you know, bar top 40 music or dance hall or hip hop. But let me get something going here. Play some... Let's see, you can probably see this. Why not? Yeah. I was going to take to church, because I haven't been to church in so long. All true words, Will. Trust me. Oh, Julia's trying to call me on Discord. Maybe should we answer? What do you think? Or should we just leave her off this one? There we go. Now we should have Julia. There we go. There's Julia. We don't hear you though. Are you
No,
just not
I'm
speaking?
not saying anything.
Not speaking with us today.
No. I'm
Fair.
done.
It's fair. It's fair. I see why. Let's see. What else can we could play something else pretty cool. I want to use some of these odder plugins. They're not odd, but like different weird sounds that, like this one. Otter plugins, exactly. Sea otter, not river otter, not to be confused. Let's see.
It's so like 80s, 90s. Yeah.
Who did this song originally?
To take my breath away.
Yeah,
It sounds like.
that's what it is. Yeah, Phoenicia.
No
I
idea.
don't have any good Prophet 5 VSTs, but I think there are from Arturia or one of those other software companies. Will might know if Busted Tunes is still here. Ping him. He might have a good Prophet 5, but he probably is using legit hardware or getting sounds out of his Korg. I think he has the mini log, which people really love that keyboard. I don't own one of those, although I do own some weird synths. 2017. Nice. Are you guys talking about sound fonts? You know what's funny? I started doing a lot of compositions with sound fonts when they first, I guess, came out. Well, not when they first came out, but when we first started having like the ability to load them in via software instead of needing like a Sound Blaster AW64 Gold that had like RAM that you would have to load onto the hardware. I never owned any of that stuff. I only owned the Sound Blaster Live. But once we got the Sound Blaster Live, it was pretty cool. Grizzleby Prophet. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that's close to it. This is all, and by the way, for anybody, I should probably put it on my channel, but I don't bootleg plugins or pirate plugins. I try to pay for everything, so you can, if you know plugins, there's a lot of money here, but this is years and years of collecting stuff. And Will actually, Busted Tunes had a good, I'm trying to remember, I think it's, he did a panel called Being Black in Game Audio. I think that's the title of it. But he had a really, really important thought that said, yeah, dude, so if you want to do this, the barrier of entry is an extreme budget because it takes so much money to buy the plugins that you need to really even compete, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, I don't know. Yeah, pay for your software, keep software engineers off the street and out of trouble. Exactly. But you know what? I also get them on, deals and stuff. Like there's a Facebook group that's dedicated to having like good deals on plugins and stuff like that. And I ended up paying for a lot of them when I was doing the Empire of Sin stuff because there was so much stuff I needed that I didn't own. This is a nice one. This is more DX7 style, but there's a free DX7 plugin called the DXED or DexEd or whatever you want to call it, Dext. This is just an FM synthesizer that's been around forever. Let's see.
Ooh, I like that.
But these are all just regular stock patches and stuff like that. If you really want to dive in, you can. But on a stream like this, we won't do it. And this isn't even really what we're supposed to be doing on this stream anyway. But Julia will get to that. So if you're just joining us, welcome. It's already 10, 15 minutes in, and I'm just saying hi. What's up? But I am Dan Policar. This is Julia Minamata, and we together are working on Julia's
Wild
game
Stallions?
called. What are we working on?
The Wild Stallions?
The Wild. Yes, we are. We're Bill and Ted. No, we're working on her game called The Crimson Diamond. I am the composer for the game, and Julia is everything else. From the CEO to the accounting department to the cleanup janitor. She is all of those, the artist as well, the writer, the scripting, the programming, the key grip, the not quite as key grip, the voxel artist, the, what do they call those? The carpenters. She's not union carpenter, so that's a problem. But that's okay. We won't tell anybody. Procrastination on this stream? Never. Yes, and Blaholtzen is right. So DexEd will actually load real preset files from the DX7, and they're pretty much identical. And it's crazy that it's free software, but it is. The interesting thing about the DX7 is it doesn't have any built-in effects. I think it may have chorus or something, but it doesn't have any built-in like reverb or delay or anything like that. So you need something, either hardware or software, to do that for you. So what we are actually working on today, though, believe it or not, is not music for the most part. We are actually trying to make a trailer for the Crimson Diamond. And I just heard Julia say, well, it's not for this Steam fall festival. But to be honest, it can be for whatever.
Exactly.
We're following the guidelines, which, Julia, maybe you can outline those guidelines. I don't know if you have it there handy, what the guidelines are.
Have it, yes. Okay, so 60 seconds.
And I'm going to switch us to the other view for now so we can see us.
60 seconds, 2-second title card, start and end with game title and dev team name. And say why. Oh, yeah, say why game amazing, cool, entertaining, important. Chance to say what I want to people to know about the game.
Right, so you've been really liking FM8. FM took me forever to click. Yeah, but you're kind of next level, so that's a whole nother story. But I to be honest, I've worked most of my career in music for like shows, or not shows, I shouldn't say TV shows, but like stage shows, and not Broadway, like actual artists, doing stuff with artists or playing with bands. That's been the majority of what I've done, and was completely my full-time gig until the pandemic hit, and obviously that's been crushed and stepped on and then burned and then poured gasoline on and reburned, and that's kind of what is the state of that that art form at the moment. But yeah, it's something that when I was doing the tracks, like when I would do tracks either for live shows or for artists like their studio records, we're always preset junkies. And the reason we're always preset junkies is not because, well, let's define what preset junkies is. Like that means we just click through, like I was kind of just doing there, and I was just picking out sounds that somebody's already made for me. And I find something there that's cool. What a guy like will do is he'll go in and he'll actually mess with all this stuff and, work with the synthesizers at a really, like, strip them down to nothing and then build his own patches back. I do that sometimes, but generally speaking, we don't have the time. I shouldn't say Broadway, but Broadway has artists, but they're not like the writers of the songs 99% of the time, right? Broadway's more of like a stage show that they play with actors, and you have understudies. Like there's no understudy for Sean Paul. If Sean Paul doesn't take the stage, we're toast, right? The band, doesn't matter if the band is there or not. That's it. But yeah, so that's what happens is in a studio session, for example, I can kind of describe it. I'll be in, let's say Jamaica, and we just finished a day of rehearsal. And Sean says, yo, Dan, can you come in and record this thing for me? It's like, okay, cool. So we go into the other building, and it'll be in the studio. And literally, you have to come up with the sounds like that. So you don't really have time to build anything. It's not really possible to do that. So that's why we end up becoming these preset junkings, because we have to, shoot out these tracks so fast. and they kind of want you to have like sounds that they know. It's weird. It's probably like composing for games in that you have to make sounds that the design or the audio director or maybe the game designer or game director has in mind, but sometimes they have points of reference. So do you have to memorize the presets you're using? Is there some way to categorizing them, labeling them? Yes and no. So I'm doing all of those things. I memorized a lot of them, like so that I can go to just certain ones that I know will work in hardware keyboards and also in software. But what I did years ago, Will, was to take all the sounds that I had on my iMac, which was what I was using for composing. And the other keyboard player in Sean Paul's band told me, he goes, dude, whatever you do, put everything in a laptop. Don't buy another desktop. Put everything in a laptop and just run from the laptop so that you have all of your sounds no matter where you go. And that was probably the best piece of advice I ever got. So anytime I get called into the studio, and it's always last minute, I have all my sounds ready to go. Like I don't have to rely on somebody else maybe having, oh, do you have Nexus? Oh yeah, but you don't have this expansion. Oh, do you have FM8? Oh yeah, but you don't have, I don't really have to worry about that. I just say, yeah, here, where do I plug in? Here you go. Here's the things. Do you have a MIDI keyboard? No, I'll bring one. It's in the car or whatever. So it's always ready to go. That's true whether I was working with Fabulous, whether I was working with Sean, whoever I was working with, so that I just never had anywhere that I could go without sounds. Now, what happens when you start doing game music, if you're not doing like chiptune stuff, if you're doing big full orchestrations or mock-ups, like what Will do from time to time, and his template is 500 tracks, which defeats my highest track count by like 300 and something, 350 tracks, then you have to have a powerful machine with a lot of RAM. And it's not really easy to carry that around in remote locations. But what Will is often doing, I think, is he's just doing a mock-up so he can eventually get the score to an orchestra. So there's actual orchestras recording this music, which is pretty cool. So, but if you, that's why I say follow Bustatunes, because you're going to be able to learn all this stuff from him and bother him and ask him these questions. He'll be able to answer about himself better than I could. But yeah, that's what happens. When you reach that level of composition where you're requiring, it needs to be an orchestra to record this, then eventually he has to hand a score to players to play, right? So that doesn't require any kind of synthesis or anything. But he needs a mock-up sometimes, I assume, to get to somebody to put in the game to see if it works, to see if they like it. It's like the demo version in a way, even though that mock-up probably takes longer than putting the score together. But it is what it is. I wonder if Photoshop has a limit number of layers in one image. I don't know.
It does.
Does it?
Yeah, I thought the limit was something. Well, I mean, for the version I have, I think it was maybe something in the 600s or something, possibly more. But I remember in college there was a guy who hit the limit, but I don't remember what it was.
He hit the limit, never came back. You never saw him again.
No. He never came back to class.
That's it.
That happened a lot, so I'm just assuming everyone who never came back to class, they hit the layer limit. So.
Interesting.
But maybe now in the later versions, maybe there's a higher limit, or maybe there's no limit. The sky's the limit. I've never hit it. I've never approached that. I don't expect they would warn you if you do get near the ceiling of that.
Tonda's right.
Your computer would just dissolve.
Tonda's right. You never recover. Push it to the limit. Yeah, that's a good one too. Oh, kittens woke up and they think I'm dinner. Yeah, man, that's happening to me. Like, it's crazy. Anyway, so what we're here to do, I actually set this up last night. Julie and I were kind of like messing around trying to get this setup going. But you should now be able to see, you can see some of it. Hold on, let me fix the resolve. Scale filtering, full screen. How do I do this thing again? Preview scaling. God, this is so above my
Yeah,
ability.
I hate video editors. They just fill me with anxiety.
Well, isn't there a way to make it smaller? That's all I want to do. Oh, it's locked. That's why. Okay. There we go. Transform. Stretch to screen. Nope. Where is it? Fit to screen. That's better. We're still missing the edges. Let's fix it. Yeah, that's a little better. So I'm going to be working in DaVinci Resolve. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's a free video editor that's very powerful. I think the reason it's free is because they want to eventually sell you their hardware that they make, and then there's like different versions. Every video editor I've used has a terrible UI. Yeah, do you guys, like a lot of you guys stream? Jim plays games. I know you stream a lot. Tonda streams a lot. Who else in here? There's a bunch of other streamers in here. But do you guys use OBS to record stuff most of the time? Like when you're doing the video? Because you can't really edit in OBS, right? It's just recording. Yeah, so Jim streams and edits for YouTube. But what software are you using to do that? You can't edit in OBS, can you? I don't think you can. I look really bright for some reason. No editing. Gotcha. Yeah. Sony Vegas. Interesting. Sony Vegas is actually came out in the 90s, I think. And I used to use a product called Sony Acid Pro, which I loved. I made a lot of songs. Did I ever play on stream the workout music that I did? The
spinning class
spinning class music.
Very early.
That was all done in Acid Pro. Yeah. Only reason because it was cheap in a Humble Bundle. I think I bought the same Humble Bundle because it had Acid, and that version of Acid Pro is god awful. So yeah. This software Resolve is very nice, but it really does require a powerful machine. So like this thing would probably break Julia's Surface Pro 2. It might even give problem to the new Surface Pro. Final Cut Pro. Yeah, so Final Cut really has an efficient, what do they call it when you encode the video or whatever? I forget. But when you encode it at the end, it's probably the fastest encoder of all the main programs. But Resolve is good if you have a really powerful computer, which thankfully I do. The GPU in here is pretty good, and the CPU in here is really, really pretty good. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem, even on stream and doing all this. No, Bill Kuhn, they call it something like, I don't know. I'll look at it here in a second. What do they call it? Rendering. Rendering. That's the word I'm looking for. And it gives me all these different options to render video and whatever. Render settings. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Because rendering is often what takes the longest amount of time. Let's see here. Oh, so the only problem is now I can't see my own chat. Well, it's okay. We'll figure that out in a second. Julia, I'll rely on you. So what we have to do first is we have to put in title cards. So this is going to be a 60-second trailer and a 2-second title card at the front and a 2-second title card at the end. Can you describe briefly to them what a title card is if people don't know? Probably most of you guys know, but...
Yeah, this one in particular is just the name of the game and the name of the team that is working on the game. That's all.
And the name of the team is...
In this case?
The Seattle Seahawks? No, I'm serious because the only person on the team that I'm aware of is you.
Well, you're also on the team, but I don't know, we kind of didn't even discuss whether you're going to be on the title card or not.
Yeah, I don't think I need to be. Because for the musician, it doesn't really make sense. Let's see. So let's go here. Whoops. Let's go here. And we've kind of pre-made a few clips so that we don't have to take a lot of time doing clips while we're streaming. And my idea was this, and you guys can tell me what you think. My idea was a few things. Number one, we're going to have some kind of script that will be read as a voiceover. That's one thing. We'll just take gameplay footage and we'll use the audio exclusively probably from the theme song. I don't think it makes sense to cut audio a lot at that speed. So, I don't know.
Well,
what do you guys think?
Francisco's professional opinion is that we need at least one explosion.
Okay. Okay. That's the law of trailers. Do we need those explosion sounds, those trailer music sounds? Because I have all those too.
Oh my
Will
gosh.
probably knows all about those. I don't know if he has to do those trailers too, but that would be rough. I think that's why they have different composers for trailer music than they have for the actual films or games or whatever. The best thing you actually do have an explosion. Yes, we do. We do. Only if it's a
And I
Michael
did
Bay.
not give Dan that clip.
Ooh. Well, we can always capture it too.
Eh.
Compilation of death scenes and just play metal music. That'd be cool. In a world. Yeah, no, I wasn't too much thinking about that one. But everybody wants to hear in a world. So Julia wrote a script. We edited a little bit last night, and then she wrote me another script today, and I just briefly looked at it, and I haven't really had a chance to do much with it, but we'll look at that. But let's also see if, I think the first task, although menial and boring, is to just put the title cards in, and that might be the easiest
Perfect.
thing to do.
And if we get stuck on that, we can just give up now.
Well, yeah, and we may get there. So that's what you want the title card to be, right there, right?
Hold on.
You see that?
I'm watching on the iPad. It's a bit of
A
delay
delay.
because I can't see your screen. But the
Yeah.
title card was, yeah, that one.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
with it's
perfect.
just, and it's kind of animated, and it's just got my big fat name at the bottom. Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
I like that. I totally like that. My other thought was this. But I think this is cool because this doesn't exist anywhere else. So let's do this. Let's get 2 seconds of this. Okay,
Well,
right there.
the aspect
Seems
ratio of the
short.
pixel font looks a little weird.
It might just be in the editor, but
Okay.
if it isn't that, then we can fix it. We can recapture the footage. But I think
It's
this is just
DaVinci Resolve, Bill.
well, it's not only that, it's how we're watching it, because this is not the final product. This is like
Okay.
a fake version of it.
Okay.
It might look better there. I don't know. Might not.
It's fine. I'm actually fine with it either way. I'm at this point. I just, I need to get the thing, so we'll do whatever. We can always
Yeah.
fix it later.
Cool. Okay, so we're going to take this away. We now have our exactly 2 second title card, although that seems very short. Whoops. Looking at it. Doesn't it?
2 seconds is pretty short, I guess.
Yeah, what's the consensus? I feel like it might need to be a little longer. Yeah, this is DaVinci Resolve. Let me type it in. 16, which is
If I didn't
free.
leave the clip up longer, I have it in that same file again later. So if you need to pick it out from a different part of that clip, then
No,
I've got it longer.
you actually have plenty of time. There's more. Like, I could take more of this clip. It's long. It's plenty long enough. But I'm wondering. That seems more realistic to me. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. They said 2 seconds, so
Yeah, but I'm about what's good and what's not a
yeah,
requirement.
I am too.
Are they really going to count with a stopwatch or something?
No, they don't care.
Yeah,
Hey, Tom. Good to see you.
that's what I think. So
Yeah, they don't care.
please, no extending seconds this year. Totally. What's up, Tom? Good to see you. Always time for you. It should be a bit longer, right? I mean, what is it? It is short, Mousimus, but that seemed too short. Like, you got to read quick. I don't really want people to have to spaz out to read this. Like, if a video doesn't start after 2 seconds, I scroll away. Well, okay, but are you sure this is? So watch this. Boom. That doesn't. It's okay. We could shorten it by a hair. I don't
When
think
I put
that's too bad.
the VODs up on YouTube, I tend to trim the beginning so that, yeah, it takes about 2 seconds before the stream actually starts, because I don't want people waiting for 3 minutes or trying to scrub to where they need it to be. Make it as easy as possible.
So maybe I'm just totally off with what I'm saying here. I don't know. You guys tell me. Make it fade out with an effect so it will stay longer. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe even a fade in. Let's see here. think I can do that.
I agree,
With this
Maximus.
tool.
Yeah, after 2 seconds.
Let me
Something
see
needs
which
to
tool
happen.
it is. Yes, it's this tool right here. So, like that, right? Just do a quick fade in.
Let me see if I can watch this on Twitch on the actual computer so that I have less of a delay.
You know, the other thing I would like to do is actually just put the theme in there, although it may get a little irritating to us. Let's see here. Do I have it? I gotta find it. I gotta find the actual theme. I'm not even sure it's on this computer. I think it's on the other machine. Yeah, so that's cool. So then we have, okay, so then we've got that, and then we need to be about, where are we? This is our end point right here. So let's just remove this. Can we do that here, or do we need to do it here? I'm not too sure. Well, it doesn't matter yet. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's the title card in, and maybe it'll get shortened. We'll see. We'll see how we feel. The name on the bottom of that seems like it could use. Yeah, we can do that. We can edit it if we need to. So here's the deal. So here's how I like to approach songwriting the same way. Star wipe transition. I like to put everything in a place so that it occupies the exact length that it should occupy. So like, let's say we're writing a 3.5 minute song. I put 3.5 minutes of music in there first, and then I'll go in and fix what needs to be fixed to better fit the overall song. I'll do the same thing with lyrics, the same thing with video. So I think that's the way to go. And if we need to edit this up, Edenwaith, then we can. We can fix that easily enough. The name is a bit out of place. Needs to be a bit more subtle. Well, you know what? It might be. It might just be the fact that it's like a different font or whatever than the rest. But it's cool. We can with an explosion. Exactly. Oh dear. Yeah, we can figure it out.
Everything can be changed.
Yep. But what's the key? The key to this is that we can't change too much because we're on the clock essentially, which is partially why we decided to do the bonus stream, because this is due like yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, it's due October the 1st.
Which is
we
what?
got a bit of time.
2 days?
Yeah, something.
What is it? Today's the 29th, 30th. It's due Thursday.
And of course I knew about this way ahead of time, and I just put it off and didn't think about it.
Well, I didn't know about it.
No, you didn't.
For whatever that's worth.
No, we can't blame you. This is all on me.
Yeah.
I was busy.
Yes, you were very busy. We were all busy.
Everyone's busy all the time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I like that. Okay, cool. So, let us go to the script. What do you think? Does that sound good?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Let's see here. This is here, and I'm going to read this. Well, I won't read it, but Julia says, I made a couple changes, okay. And she also has a great sentence in here that says, I learned that I even more hate voice acting. So, let's see. We were listening to VO last night on...
Crimson, Ontario.
What was it? It was on Fiverr or something. And everybody sounded like they were like a cartoon character. It was really... I don't know. It was not... Maybe that's not the marketplace to go to for that kind of thing. But either way, let's play what Julia has, and then we'll go from there.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago.
That's super quiet.
Is it? That
Yes.
sucks.
So let's put this. In fact, let's just throw this right into the session, because it's so quiet that I don't even know.
Well, you should just read it and then record that then, because it would sound better for you.
So what would sound better for me?
if you read the script and just record it now.
You mean instead of playing what you have?
Well, you can do both, but if you need something that's kind of louder and better quality,
Gotcha.
you could easily. Yeah.
All right. Well, I can read the script you have, the second script. Now, I was wondering though, because I liked the script that we had previously, and then you changed it to this, and I thought this was
Yes.
more. Meaning like it was like too much now. But you want me to read this one? Do you want me to read the first
Yeah.
one or the second one?
Well, the latest one, because like I said in there, in the end of the first line and the end of the last line in the first paragraph and the end of the last line in the second paragraph both had "way" in it. That's why
Okay.
I changed it, because it felt repetitive. But if you like the old one, you could just do the old one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're close with both of them. I like
That's
Jim
fine.
Plays Games suggestion. Use the speak and spell.
Mhm.
We were actually messing with some of that TTS stuff last night too.
I liked it actually. One lady was really good.
Should I write a script like I did last night? The Crimson Diamond is an okay game, I guess. The music is really not good. Oh jeez. Yeah, the Mac voices. Yeah, that's basically what the TTS stuff is similar to. So I'm going to read two different scripts, and maybe this is where we can involve the chat even more.
Oh.
See what you guys like better. If you like it'll be like the eye doctor where they say 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 2 or 3. You know, it'll be like that. Okay, so I'm going to start with what I refer to as 1. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town, but that was long ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond, where an intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way, or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game in gorgeous EGA by Julia Minamata. Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Oh yeah, we decided to get rid of the EGA line because no one knows what that is.
Except everybody that's watching this stream.
Well, yeah, but this is not for them, is it?
There was a tran.exe. I don't know that one. So read it in your Nancy voice, Dan. I don't really have a Nancy voice. My Nancy voice in my head is Julia's voice. So
Really?
yeah, I think so. So that's how it goes. So that's 1. Here's 2. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town, but that was a long time ago. Only one lodge is left standing, with a reclusive owner who doesn't take kindly to uninvited guests. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist following the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way, or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS. All right, what do you think? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? 1 or 2? 2 or 3? Well, there is no 3. Okay.
1A.
Can we add suggestions? Of course, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Jim,
100%.
I'm trying to get a job as an optometrist. Without a license, it's tough, but I think I got a shot with the voice. It could be like Catch Me If You Can, where that guy had a million jobs. What was his name?
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Well, no, the real guy, Frank Abagnale. He's a real guy.
Yes.
A real
Yes.
check forger or something like that. Offer void in Louisiana. 1 for sure. Okay, so we like 1. Let's see. If you need a better comparison of the reading, I'll do it and we'll make everybody's it will make everybody else sound better. Thank you, Eden Waith. Side effects may include pure happiness and addiction to text parsers. I like that. That's cool. But it's a little... I think the problem that we have right now is we can't really add any more unless we take away some because it's too long. That's literally how long the video is. The title is about a diamond. I'd start with a voiceover with the diamond and only then lead to the town. Well, we start with Crimson, Ontario. New Orleans is miffed about Canadian Laura Bow. Yeah. We start with the title saying Crimson, but I kind of like what you're saying. But think about it this way, Mousimus, and tell me what all of you guys think of this. So my opinion is two things. We wanted a store. Well, I say we very loosely. I'm kind of like forcing all my ideas on Julia for this. But I said
I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I like the idea of having a story narrative style voiceover for this. So you're doing two things. You're getting the narrative via visual, but you're also getting the narrative via audio. So there are some things that you might say that either go along perfectly with the video, or some things that the video might say without us having to say, I think. So, does that make sense?
Well, I thought so.
I think so too. I'm just wondering if it makes sense to the chat, like what I just said. Also, did you show off your homemade pop filter, by the way?
I did not actually.
Oh man, that's gonna have to be a part of the show and tell then later.
Sure.
Okay, cool. It makes sense. Yeah. So Mousimus, but that doesn't mean, because I agree with what you're saying. The question is, and this is always the question in any creative process, I think, programming, music, art, whatever. What is the main highlight, the mystery or the setting? Which one to start with? That's a good point. That's a really good point. And I think the mystery is probably the highlight. The setting is like icing, right? Does that make sense? Or Julia, do you have a different opinion? I mean, you wrote the game, not me.
I think it depends. I don't know. Here's another thing: is if the mystery is the emphasis, I don't know if I think it needs setup before you can put mystery, because you need context before you have mystery.
So the answer is we agree to all points.
Yes.
The question is, we probably only have one place to stick that stuff, and I kind of feel that way. I kind of agree there. Another thing is, who is the audience who really want to hit, and what do they want?
Well, exactly.
That's always the question. That's always the question with anything, music,
yes.
Games, whatever.
Yep.
And the real question is, or the real opinion is, in my opinion, everybody in this chat, or the majority of us in this chat, is the wrong audience for this particular trailer, because you guys already know too much. You're already fans of older style adventure games. Some of you are game developers, some of you are composers. So in that sense, you would be, while you might be a part of the player base, I think you would be the minority of the player base, or the minority of people we'd be trying to reach with a video like this. So we're trying to reach the average person, I would say,
yes,
that doesn't know anything about EGA or text parsing or any of that stuff, right? Yeah, totally, Dave. We're with you.
Well, Dan, do you want me to do a reading now where the sound might be better?
Yeah, do you just want to read it from here? That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, because if the other ones are like unusably quiet, then I can just do one now.
Well, your audio definitely sounds louder, better, I think, here.
Yeah, I turned the gain down super low because before I had that hum issue, and so the gain was down super low on this machine. And so when I was doing the recording last night, I guess it was still too low, but now I've really, really pumped it up again. Because you said it sounds better now for whatever reason.
It sounds pretty good now, yeah.
Yeah, I can do a reading now in front of everybody and with making all kinds of faces.
The interesting thing too is I actually want to quickly do this on the filter, because I kind of felt like open plugin interface, like we were too hot at certain points. I don't know why that was. There we go. That should be a little bit better. What did it just say? Dave Orr made a good point. I saw it. Yes, so I kind of missed it, but was text parsing emphasized? Because that's different than a lot of games. Yeah, and that was what we were talking about last night. That's probably the graphics, 1, and the text parser, 2, are the big differentiation points in anything being released in 2020. If this was 1988, not so much, but in 2020, it's a big difference.
Yeah, and the original script had a mention of the text parser, but Dan made the point where we're just going to be showing the text parser in the clips, so do we have to say that it's there?
Yeah.
So I figured.
Right,
Yeah,
so
I feel
that's
like
an example of
fair.
the visual telling the story, telling the narrative for us,
Mhm.
and not matching the exact narrative. But I agree with you. Yeah, so read it. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to read the what was the first one people liked better.
Number 1, yeah.
Okay, hold on, let me find it again. I have them all up here. Okay. Oh, did I just hold on? Let me get to the email because I think I might have not kept it on the Google Docs. Damn.
Oh, yeah, I was just reading from the email just now.
Yeah, I'm gonna just grab the email again, and then copy paste it into.
That's pretty cool.
Perfect.
That's like
Okay.
your hype man music.
That's great. Okay.
We could,
You know what?
Tom.
When you read it,
What's that?
I noticed the same difficulty. You had the same difficulty in the same spot that I
Mineralogist,
had when I originally
aspiring
wrote it, and that's
mineralogist?
why I changed it. That's another reason.
Which one?
I'll tell you. Give me a second. But I listened very carefully, and you had the same trouble executing the same sentence, and that's another reason there was a rewrite.
Well, that was a cold read, you know.
I understand, but I'm telling you, I did the same one over and over again. I had the same problem in the same place, just
Gotcha.
about every time. It is the first paragraph, the last line goes, "Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way."
And what did I say? I said it wrong?
No, you said it right, but it's hard to say that whole sentence on its own. And for whatever reason, that last part of that, "some folks aim to keep it that way," that's really hard to say at the end of that longer sentence. Way is really hard to say when you're kind of running out of air.
That means the breathing is wrong. That's a singer thing.
That's true, but I'm just telling you that
Gotcha.
you had the same thing.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so I'm going to attempt it knowing that that's a problem.
Talking is hard.
What's that?
Jim says talking is hard.
Talking is hard, man. Like
Yeah.
everyone thinks that they can do it, and everyone's probably not that great at it, including us.
I'm not going
What
to
is
play
that
music
even?
for that. I'm just playing something. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to give it a read, the old version, and I'm going to try to be a bit over the top because if me being over the top sounds like someone else on sleeping medication, so if I'm making weird faces, don't just ignore me. It's fine. Okay. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town, but that was long ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist, assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond.
That was pretty good.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem I have with it is because I took out this where, and I completely forgot I took it out. Hold on, I gotta redo that
Yeah,
because
that
the
was
where does
good.
not belong anymore.
Dazzling diamond.
Dazzling diamond. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna start again. I'm just gonna read it. Hold on, just before and just make sure I do no other changes I had to make. I had to take a breath here. Okay.
Yeah, you can mark where you have to take breaths. Singers do it all the time in their scores.
Oh, it's fine. Okay. Yes, give us some background music. Okay. And even coming out with the first word Crimson Ontario, that's hard to punch out on the outset. That's another thing I learned reading this like 50 times. So
What do you
that's
mean?
something else.
The first word come out strong?
Yes. You have to really step on it to make it to not sound like you're mumbling it.
Yeah,
at
you
the
got
beginning.
it. Basically, this. Let's talk about it in the singer thing because the singer
Okay.
that I can talk about. You have to. Yeah, there we go. What is it? Take a deep breath and be ready to hit it. By the way, if anybody sees this, Nightbot and has the Discord link up, and it works. I fixed it, at least for this week. It'll be good for the next 24 hours. So yeah, you really have to breathe. Your breathing is like the most important thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, here we go. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game in gorgeous EGA by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
I thought that was pretty good.
Mm.
Perfect. Save.
The way at the end is like the way at the end of that first sentence, I'm telling you, is really hard to get out.
The way? Okay, interesting.
Now it's quiet and nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. It just there's something about it. It's like a Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. Well, we can try a few. I mean, at the end of the day, we can try putting a few different voiceovers in there. How do I save this? Because I want to put the voiceover in there, right? I might not be able to do that right now. That will be a problem.
It's a minor problem. We can.
No, it's kind of a major problem because we won't be able to hear what we're doing. Well, you could re-record it, right? You could jump off Discord, record it, and then jump back on, couldn't you?
Yeah, I could do that.
That might be the way to do it. It sounded pretty natural to me. I think when you said something over and over, it's hard not to hear it as weird. Yeah, especially when you listen back to it a bunch of times. But you know, I'm just approaching it from the singer perspective because that's what I know. But yeah, the breathing thing is important. Where to breathe, and then also you can also go from the acting point where you can take pauses. You can take some liberties with the pauses in certain places.
Yep.
Maybe try singing the narration.
To the theme song.
Anyway, let me get. So, let's go over this footage too. What do we want to happen right after the beginning of this?
Okay, so
what's the first thing we want to happen? Yeah.
Maybe establishing shot of the lodge, just like the postcard shot. Maybe. I don't know.
And I'm just looking through these clips quickly to see what we can use here. Oh, I don't need audio. Whoops. Hello. I don't need. Actually, don't need an audio track at all. Can I delete this track? No. I think you have to have one audio track. I don't know. Who knows? See, this is a shot I'd love to use, even though everybody seems to love this shot. But I think it's fine. I think that's a really good one. No establishing shot here. That's got dinner. This is some outdoors. Okay. Something like this.
Let's see. Still on wicked delay.
That's part 3. Part 4. And let me put in part 5 as well. Part 5. But this is, let's see. You're on super speed still.
Yes. Let's see. I wrote down what number that clip is in. Part 3 of the clips has that shot in it.
Yeah, that's what we're watching now.
Okay.
The only problem is we might have to get you to recapture it.
Yeah, that's fine.
because she's speeding along. Although we could also slow it down, I guess, but that might look a little funny. But let's use it for now, and then if we need to refix it later, let's do that. Let me actually follow my guideline.
It could just be a still even of that shot.
Could do a still as well. Okay, so let's put this over here. Whoops. Now, should these be cross... What are they? Cross dissolves? All these fades? I don't really know too much about that, but I feel like kind of like that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? How do you do that? Do I even know how to do that in this software? I think there's an easy way to do it. Generate, optimize, media. Oh, it might be here. Fusion. Nope. Well, let's put it all. We'll worry about that later. So is this the still? Do you want the still outside like this? Or do you want the close-up? I think the outside one's better, right?
Yeah, the outside is nice. Yeah.
With her?
Nancy ate like 6 beaver tails for breakfast, so she's hyped up on sugar. Oh, man.
This is nice here. This little part that I just clipped.
Oh, Bill Coon, beaver tails is like just a fried dough thing.
I've never had beaver tails.
I might have had it once in my life. It's really heavy and fried.
So there's where I'd like to freeze frame it. Because it doesn't have the mouse in there.
Yes.
6 frame cross dissolve. Okay, that's how you do that. Now, how do I do that? How do I make this simply a freeze frame?
Oh, elephant ears, Bill Coon. Interesting.
Elephant ears,
beaver
I know
tails.
about.
Okay, so that's basically the same thing, I'm assuming.
Gotcha.
They put powdered sugar on it. Nancy should have maple syrup and a hockey stick in her inventory that are just never explained. Aha, they're like fried Indian bread eaten away, but with sugar and cinnamon. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had one. Maybe I never had. I've had funnel cake. I don't know if that's just a Canadian thing.
Funnel cake is kind of the same thing as elephant ears too, I think. It's just fried dough, right? With like sugar and powdered sugar and honey or cinnamon or whatever. Actually don't know how to freeze frame.
So I guess for clips you prefer me to move her around with the mouse only so I keep the cursor out? Because you can turn off the cursor in the main menu.
Yeah, there's some that I want the cursor in because it'll look natural, but then this one, no. Creating stills and pauses in Resolve. You need to be in freeze frame. Change clip speed. You'll now have a freeze frame. Ah, okay. Change clip speed. Freeze frame. Boom. Very nice.
I thought in another stream we had ascertained that poutine came after this time period.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think it was the 1950s or something. Yes, Deluxe Tux, yes.
Duration. There we go. That's just a freeze frame now. Okay. Very cool. That was easy enough.
Speaking of fried dough, so when I went to the Toronto Ubisoft Indie Series finalist party thing they had at the Ubisoft Toronto location downtown Toronto, they had freshly made donuts with real chocolate. Like they made them on the spot there with real chocolate. Not that chocolate icing stuff that you get, real chocolate, so that when it cooled down, it solidified. It was so good. Okay, I ate like 2 of them or 3 of them, and I put 2 in my purse, wrapped up in napkins.
Oh, the other thing I want to do here. Sorry, go ahead.
Now I put the Ziploc bags in my purse just in case it ever happens again, so I don't have to just
You're
wrap
serious.
it in napkins.
You know, it's funny.
You never know.
It's funny. I used to have we used to do these jobs, and we would have like catering on a lot of the gigs, and there was like a trombone player that would bring Tupperware to the gigs just to take the catering home with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I never was there because I always had to carry too much crap with me anyway, but let's see here.
Oh, Mouse Miss is asking for crossfade. Do they have to overlap?
Yeah, they do, but that's okay. We don't. It's not such an important thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like the field kit in Police Quest 3. Ziploc bags are great. They're versatile. They can hold all kinds of stuff. I recommend it. And what they call it, everyday urban carry or whatever. Like you can get these kits. I think Ziploc baggies should be a part of that.
That should be a part of the deal, huh?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. I just added our other theme in video, and I'm going to get rid of the video, unlink the clips, get rid of the. Oops.
Oh, Maximus wants to hear the music again.
Oops.
What's the clip of the music?
Yep, we're gonna put the music in right now.
Bill Cooper's Wet Wipes Everywhere, another good one.
Now the nice thing about this software is it has really powerful editing tools. So I can just bring this down for now. I'll bring it back up at the end. It is very nice, powerful editing in the audio department. I don't love the audio editing in most video editors, but this one is decent. It's decent enough anyway. Okay, so let's go back.
Says if the music starts sharp, the video should cut clear. If music starts soft, it can fade in. Video.
Like that.
And Bilkin says it's really loud.
The music is really loud? Okay, let me turn it down more. That should be better, right? Let me know if that volume is better. Now I'm going to show you guys a trick that I do with video editing, that I want to make my edits musical because we are playing a song. So I want this frame to change. I want this frame to change here with one of these transients. And a transient is basically like where there's some kind of attack of a note. And usually the louder the transient, the larger thing here you'll see in the waveform. Well, transient, that's what they call it. So I could change it here, or I could change it here. Meaning I would
Lux Tux, I did give Dan the clip of Nancy spinning in the chair. And Eden Wade, about an Easter egg about if Nancy twirls 100 times in the chair, something happens. She gets transported into the Colonel's bequest.
Yep. There we go. So even if you use a cross dissolve, it'll still work. So all these transitions will be musical. Right. And that will, in theory, that will look a lot better. And then right there we'll change to another shot. So then what's the next shot after the...
Okay, so what do we got? Okay, next the script says, Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist following the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, so that could be...
Do we have any good shots of the indoor... do you want to do the museum?
Well, I don't have any good shots of the museum interior. The museum exterior is nearly finished.
Okay, well then we'll skip that because if we don't have it now, we're not really going to be able to get it.
No. So I'm thinking for this one, maybe I give you a clip of in the first clip selection, there is after the train pulls away, you've got Nancy and Kimmy and Albert and Jack on the platform. And so it looked, and it says Crimson in the back, so that could be Follow the Trail of a Dazzling Diamond.
Part 4, it looks like, right here.
Hold on, let me see. So we can do that, and then from there we could switch to the dining room scene potentially,
Okay, so let me just cut this piece. Not really. I was in the first class car, you low class peons. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Is that a type of rodent? Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I did. The dinner party shot can be for cast of characters for sure. I also gave just Dan a screenshot of all the portraits. And I forget which clip, but I have it written down. I do have a cast of characters just for that. I did put it in there. I actually didn't write down the number.
So here's what I'd
yeah,
like. Here's what I'd like out of this clip,
Mhm.
because I think we can use it. I just want the most animation. Maybe we can start with cormorant. Is that a type of rodent? And then Jack walks up. So it'll be pretty short.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it'll be pretty short, but we'll cut out something like that. We'll move this over here. Let's see here.
And Mouse Smith says first shot could be travel. That's how an adventure starts. We have a bit of a difficulty with that because most of the intro stuff is just, well, all of the intro sequence stuff is not done. So we can't, this is the only shot in the intro sequence that's actually finished.
Right.
And that's why I feel like we have to use some part of that for sure.
Right. So, which is a great idea, Mouse Miss. It's just not possible at this time.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's do.
We appreciate the feedback. That's what we're doing this for sure. Like, we're glad you guys are here.
Oh, come on now. Don't be like that.
Yeah, so you guys, Cormoran's that sometimes Jack walks by, he goes, oh, excuse me, folks. You know? Because that gives you time in the clip, too.
So now let's hear
when he
this.
walks up.
Yep.
Hey, Anna, good to see you.
Excuse me, folks. Boom, and then we'll transition right there.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yes, makes sense.
Now, this is the cool thing about using just one song. It makes it a little bit easier because I can edit to like the beats of the song. Right? If I was using... A lot of times what happens with trailers, especially movie trailers, they do it the opposite way. They make the music fit the video that they've already got cut. Everybody, I would say everybody, all the trailer music guys, there's like a whole crew of them, but they love the Dark Knight one. Like the Dark Knight is like everybody's kind of favorite trailer for some reason, which is I think it's Hans Zimmer that did that soundtrack, but they're all trying to use those effects and have big impacts and explosions.
Right.
And, you know, who directed that? Nolan?
Christopher Nolan did, yeah.
Nolan, okay. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and then there's something here. And what should come after this? After the train?
Okay, so it goes from here. So that's part of the On the Trail of Dazzling Diamond. Intriguing cast of characters converge under one roof. I think Deluxe Tux and I said this had the same thought where we have the shot of the dining room scene where they're sitting all at the table.
Dinner scene, yep, absolutely.
Yeah, although was it Deluxe Tux? I can't remember who said it.
Right here.
Deavor said it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then from each meeting to get their own where else, I guess you could have a close up of one of the dining, one of the Evan and his sister, that close up potentially.
Yep. So let me just drag this here to where we need it. So the interesting thing about Resolve, when you drag, like I'm making new video tracks, I guess you would call it, or video things. Whatever's on the top will override everything else. So like if I drag this to the beginning, all you're going to see is this top clip. So whatever the highest clip is on this, according to this hierarchy, at least from what I understand, is playing, is what you'll see. I think it would be cool to have her, to do a cross dissolve here, have her walking in, boom, and then into the dinner scene. And then we can even cut into a different part of the dinner scene. But my goodness, what a lot of company we have tonight is a perfect thing for somebody to say, talking about.
Yes.
So let's do a cross dissolve here. Whoops. 14 frame. Now here's an interesting thing too. I'm gonna edit to I'm gonna edit to the music here as well. I'm gonna try to edit to the music here. That should be right on the beat. Yeah, that's better. And maybe I can change it even a slight bit more. Yeah. Now, it's probably something you don't think of, and it's really subtle, but when it's edited perfectly to the music like this, so my first thought here, by the way, is this shot is boring. Something has to be happening. Freeze frame is no good. What do you guys think? Do you like that first shot, or is it like really a boring thing to be the first shot? She has to be walking. There has to be animation, I feel like. Because this is more interesting.
Like it.
Yep. And then we'll transition right there. I do love when he says this. That actually transitioned perfect. Let's see here. And then we'll do another transition here.
Wow.
So here's what we have. Boom. And another transition here to something else.
Maximus wants to know what is the best shot, the one I'm most proud of.
That's a good question.
Good question. I really do like that shot in the dining room that we've just included here because it has everyone in one room, which doesn't happen at all in the rest of the demo. And everyone's animating and doing something different. So I do really like that shot a lot.
Okay. Oops, I'm on the wrong thing here. Then after this, and we're already at I got to shorten this clip a lot. Well, sorry, we're right here. We're already at 19 seconds.
Good, amazing.
Let's get rid of this.
Another shot I really like, and that I don't actually show a lot of when I'm playing the demo on stream, and I don't think I've shown it in any of the videos, although I have shown it in, hopefully we'll do a shot of it in the trailer, is when Nancy enters one of the outbuildings, like the garden shed or the boathouse or something, it goes into a cutaway view, and I really like that. And the other games, well, at least the lower bow game, didn't really do cutaway.
None of them really did they?
No, well, yeah, they kind of go into another room or do like a vignette.
Like this?
Oh, I can't see it, but I'm assuming that that's what you're showing.
With the canoe in the boathouse?
Yes. Yeah, I like that kind of shot because it's a bit different than what the other games did, but I like that totally discovery feeling.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so I like those shots too, although I don't think I give you a heck of a lot of those ones.
Well, there's only one really we need. We don't need a lot of them. We're not making a whole game. We're making a 60-second video. Well, 56-second video. It's crawling right here. I don't know why. Am I playing back at half speed or something? No. I don't know why that's so slow. What the hell is going on? That's fine. Weird.
Oh, Devor wants to know, does Fifi's room count as a cutaway? Yes, that one, like her room upstairs in the attic, yes, would definitely, and I really love that shot in the Colonel's Bequest. So yes, it does happen. I guess I didn't, I think of it more like as a outer building type of thing, and then have the background be the wilderness. But yeah, that totally is a cutaway, and I've always loved that shot. I guess Jeeves' basement as well might count as that as a cutaway. Yes, Fifi. Yeah, I love that. I love her bedroom. And that's another thing I really like about the Colonel's Bequest is there were rooms you could only kind of access later, and when you just were able to get into a new room that you couldn't get into before, it was really exciting. At least it was for me.
It just looks like it's really crawling for some reason. I don't know why that is.
Maybe it's streaming plus video editing at the same time.
No, it's just this clip.
Oh, the clip?
Yeah, the clip. The clip, she's like going super slow.
Well, I could always record it, and I think I actually found a bug that I don't think is in the demo, but was in my working copy that I've since fixed. Is her speed would be variable. Like I would set it, and then I'd go to a different room, and it would go back to being turbo. But I have fixed it.
This seems like what's going on here because she's going super slow.
Yeah, so I think that could have happened there for sure.
Okay, let's hear this with the music because we're almost there with this clip. Okay. Yeah, so I want that to transition her cutaway to transition on a beat.
Oh, is this for entering the boathouse clip is for the next paragraph or the next line?
Oh, I don't know. Do you want it later?
Yeah, I do, because I actually had a thought for the next line.
Oh, perfect. Well, I just keep that clip. We're good.
Okay. Because, so we go from intriguing cast of characters converge under one roof. That's a dining room shot, each meaning to get their own way. That's the close-up of Evan and his sister. And then will Nancy untangle the mysterious imaginations before it's too late? I figure it'd be good to have that be one of the eavesdropping shots.
Perfect. I love it. Right here.
Yeah, I think I gave you just one with the Nessa and Corvus in the parlor.
I've always hated this place.
Yes.
I just want something like where they're saying something a little, I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I gave you the whole clip of the conversation.
Yeah, that's cool. And let's cut this in now.
Yeah.
And then what should come after this?
Okay, so after that, we go from, Nancy untangle the mysterious imagination. So we have
explosions.
Good. Well, I didn't actually give you that clip, but I guess we have to follow the trailer rule.
We don't need that. We absolutely don't need that.
Okay, so the untangle mysterious imaginations. We have that one clip of that conversation. We could also have a clip. I didn't give you this, but a clip of her kind of bending over to listen to a conversation at a doorway. So let me write that down. I need to give you that.
Okay.
It's just an animation, yeah, of her. There's a hallway scene. You can actually have her listen at the doorway. So let's see. Bar, eavesdrop, glass.
I saw a comment here quickly. Perhaps you could push when the dining shot starts. There's a small flash before the dialogue pops up. Yeah, we'll fix all that. I'm just doing it rough for right now. The explosion should be withheld. I think it's a big surprise moment. It is for the demo, right? I think so.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see.
I think we do have to show this.
Which part?
The shower.
Oh, okay. So that would be before it's too late.
Yeah, the speed is really odd on these clips. That's the slowest towel drop I ever seen. And it's the clips themselves. It's not the video.
Yeah, I struggled with in thanks, Mouse Miss. My bathrooms are awesome. Thank you. I struggled with the speed just kept on changing on me, but I have since fixed that. So if you give me a list
We'll
of
put in all the
shots you want
clips. Let's put it all in, and then we'll fix the clips that we don't like.
yeah, just
Oh,
let
this
me know
clip
which ones I
actually
need to
looks
redo.
good now. Oh, that's a better clip of what we were just trying to do.
Yeah, I think I might have given you that in two different versions of like. I think one of the later clips I might have realized it was weird
Yep.
and given you a faster
Let's just
one,
dump
maybe.
this one. Yeah, there's a good one here now.
Okay, good.
But we
Let's
still
see
are
after I fix
looking
the
at
bugs.
the next one after. Okay, so Justin.
Actually,
Trying
well,
to
I
see what
wanted to
Mouse
have
Miss
a
was
few
talking about.
shots of her walking around in the wilderness, so I don't think that maybe the shower thing is not that good. I gave you a bunch of her walking around just to show that. Oh yeah, this is a faster, better version of the boathouse. I'm just
Yeah,
watching
but I
it
also
now.
like this. That's nice art there, and you get to whoops. You get to see this cool little transition, and you get to see a little bit of walking around and some nice artwork and
Yeah,
animation.
I think walking in the woods is better. Like we don't need to put the shower thing in there. I want to show the exploration aspect and her being outside.
Okay. Okay, so let's go from here. Oops. What happened here? Why did we lose this? What did I do to my audio? It's missing? What? Really? Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, thanks. Always time for tea. You say, oh, my woods look great, and I should include it in the trailer. Oh, good. You're driving home, Anna. Have a safe drive. Thanks for coming.
This is weird. It lost my music for some reason. So let me bring it back.
Weird.
Oh, that's why. Hold on. Let's see. Why isn't it not showing here?
The deadline is both a curse and also a real strong motivating factor.
Exactly. Relink selected clips. Okay, so
Because we've talked about doing this for months.
maybe even before I played a note of music.
Maybe.
Not too sure. Where the hell is it? Downloads. I hate Windows sometimes. Details. Thank you. What is this last month stuff? Oh. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, always time for tea. Yeah, this is not a Steam deadline. This is for some. I don't even know what it's called. It's what they're calling this event.
It's right here. Oh no, this is you.
It's for the let's see. It's for something called the Indiecade Game Slam. Yeah. So it's because I entered this this games awards thing called Indiecade, and even if your game's not finished, you can enter it. But I didn't get in. I didn't win anything, but this is a part of their way to kind of help show and promote the people who submitted. Yes. Yeah. And the deadline for the trailer is on October 1st. I'm like, oh my god, because I was hemming and hawing about doing it because I don't have the muscle to do the video editing, especially now, and I wasn't sure what kind of hardware I would have, and also I didn't want to. And then I just talked to Dan the other day about this.
Whoops. Sorry. Yeah, that at least I have the hardware to do it, right? That helps.
Yeah. And also you have more experience cutting a trailer after you cut the Long Island Retro Gaming thing. So
yeah, one trailer is experience.
yes. Well, I've caught also a trailer, but I don't even know if I did any edits. I did it in Virtual Dub. If you guys want to see the first trailer for the Crimson Diamond, I'll link it. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah,
it's
please.
not great. It really. It's the first thing I think I ever posted on the channel, and I only did that because I had to do it for something else. So that's their deadline again.
By the way, there's a new version of OBS today that I saw.
Yes, I did upgrade it.
I did not
mine has been
update it
faster.
because I did not want to do it right before getting on a stream and then having it break on me.
That would have been smart of me not to do, but I could not resist.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Indiecade. Dave Orr knows it.
Yes.
I don't know it.
Oh, cool. Let's see, share, copy. Here's a link to the first Crimson Diamond trailer. So whatever we do today will be better. Let's see.
So
yeah, virtual dub, Maximus.
So we're at 20 seconds. Cool. I think we should have this knocked out pretty shortly. I'm happy.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, at least knocked out to the point where we have to do a couple of fixes and maybe recapture some footage. But other than that, I think it's cool.
I like virtual dub. It's just the file formats that it handles. It doesn't handle MKVs. It doesn't handle, I don't know, other stuff that I
Resolve
use.
doesn't handle MKVs either. These had to be converted
to
MP4, I think.
Yeah, I don't even think virtual dub doesn't use MP4s either. Yeah. So it's kind of a bummer.
Avery Lee wrote the Altera Atari emulator. Wow, I'm not familiar with it. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. I do like that song. That's a good one.
I like the Mr. Jones song better, the Dr. Jones song more.
Dr. Jones?
Mm-hmm.
How does that one go?
Oh, you're not even asking me to sing it, are you?
What's the one that Dr. Mikachu has to do? Twitch sings, they call it?
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Poor girl.
Mm-hmm. I think she's a good singer, though, I get the feeling, because she said
good.
she 3-starred a bunch of songs on that song.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I don't feel sorry for her either way, so. As long as she's feeling better. She was sick the other day or something. Wasn't feeling well.
Because of the smoke and everything.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in that area, the Seattle area.
Mm-hmm.
So what is our next clip, by the way, after Evan's indigestion?
So we did so we went to dining room scene, then cut to the close-up of the two people at the dining room, and then we do the eavesdropping clip.
Okay.
And then, I'm telling the mystery match. And I wanted to give you a clip of Nancy bending over at a door looking, and because that's not like the ending eavesdropping. She can actually eavesdrop in the hallways, I think, with the glass. So that's kind of nice.
Let's hear
but we
this.
don't have that.
Let's hear how this sounds. Should we cut here?
Let's see.
So there's a function in Resolve called ripple editing or ripple delete or just delete. So when you hit ripple delete, what it does is it moves everything. You just watch this. If you hit delete, it drags everything from that video track backwards. So it's effective if you're doing a certain type of editing, but the way I did this is sloppy, so ripple editing's not going to work. Ripple editing would be more if you're...
Time for tea. Good night.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh no, it's always time for tea. It has to get going, so I'm just saying good night.
Oh, thanks for jumping on stream. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
It's always good to have viewers on a Twitch stream, so
yes,
we like it.
Yes, we do very much.
And then after eavesdropping?
Okay, yeah. So it says, so we're talking about unraveling mysteries and machinations. So I actually do want to show a couple features of the game. So can we do a clip of the notebook open?
Yes, that's at the beginning. Here we go.
Yes. And then maybe another cut to like the inventory window thing.
Cool, that's perfect. Clip there. And then you said the inventory window, which is in which clip is that?
I should be in the first one too, I think. I made it in the background being the study because I like the background of that one for no other reason.
Where's
Oh,
part 1?
thanks, Deluxe Tux. Deluxe Tux says it's a testament to the game that there's enough interesting content in Chapter 1 alone to cut a good trailer. I hope so. I hope there is.
To cut a good trailer. Well, we hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see the inventory in clip 1.
Oh, oh, sorry, it's clip 2. Clip 2.
2, yeah, I do see it there.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Edenway says the trailer doesn't even reveal the part where Nancy goes into the abandoned mine and find Evis and Ness's parents in there.
Yikes.
Yeah. Or the rock monsters, like the golems.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right there. Okay. So if you're using Resolve, for anybody using Resolve, I doubt you guys are, but if you are, I'm just using B, which selects the blade tool, which is like a literal cut for the film, and then I hit A and it can move stuff around again. There's probably a better way to do this, but I'm thinking in terms of like how I edit in Pro Tools, which is actually better than this, but that's another story. I think that's how it's kind of supposed to be done. So anyway, I have those 2 clips in, so let's fix these to the right length.
With fighting subterranean creatures, how about fighting a burrow crawler and an earth elemental? Yep.
Oh, Quest for Glory 2? I want more of that. I want people to actually be able to read some of this.
Oh, Edenway says burrow crawler is a reference from the first Lone Wolf book, Flight from the Dark. You don't mean the first Lone Wolf and Cub book, though. That's what I think of when I hear Lone Wolf.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to recut this audio, it looks like, too, because I see that it's off. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do it kind of cheating. I'm going to do it by ear, first of all, which is not the way I would do it for the game itself, but for the trailer you won't notice it. Whoops.
Okay, Lone Wolf was a choose-your-own-adventure book series that started in the 80s.
Ooh, I don't know that
Okay,
one.
yes, and Lone Wolf and Cub will come up in your web search, for sure, if you look up Lone Wolf. 100%.
Okay, that's almost perfect. Let's see about this. Nope. There's a little click. There we go.
I forget who played Lone Wolf in the TV series in Japan. I want to say Sonny Chiba, but I don't know. I'm going to double check.
Now you shouldn't hear this transition right here. Yeah, it's a little iffy.
The iPad is not working.
That's much better. Okay.
Oh yeah, it was not Sunny Chiba. It was Tomisaburo Wakayama.
It's not quite it either.
Fun fact about the Lone Wolf and Cub manga release, the translation in North America, the covers were done by Frank Miller because he was a big fan of Lone Wolf and Cub manga. Well, at least most of them. The first ones were.
I'm not an avid manga reader or follower or anime.
There's some good stuff. Netflix has a ton of Studio Ghibli stuff. Your daughter will enjoy.
That was pretty close, but it still seems a little off. There's probably a keyboard shortcut, N, to turn snapping on and off.
Mousemith says, when synchronizing with beats, I believe the advice is to have the music a fraction of a second faster than the video. It appears more natural to people who hear first, see later.
Interesting. I don't know. I just eyeball it until I think it looks right, you know, and if it feels right. Well, we can fix this audio too. That's pretty close though. It's gonna bug me anyway. There's a little glitch in there, but we'll fix it. Okay, so after this, we've now examined, and I like two things about this, right? You just read the thing here, and then you're looking at this, which says Toronto, which is cool because it Canadian or Canada reference. And then you have a diamond shot up close, which is cool, with the loop. And then after that is what?
Okay, so after that, I figure we'll be done with the machinations before it's too late. The Sleepy Town of Crimson Shine once more. I think it'd be nice to have a few shots, of her wandering around in the
maybe the boathouse thing.
Yeah, do that building, and then have her, see there's the cormorants and Kimmy and the river and that kind of thing.
Let's cut here.
Well, Bill Kuhn sent a manga, Romeo and Juliet, by William Shakespeare to a teenage cousin for a birthday present, and she loved it. I love stuff like that. There's even like Star Wars manga too that is just like the Star Wars movies but in manga form. It's fun to get that kind of stuff.
That cut is awful, but we'll fix it.
Hey Sam Tacky, how are you?
Ah, Sam
How's your
Tacky.
night going?
I forgot to text him today.
Oh man.
I meant to text him, tell him a streaming tonight. What's up?
Nice.
Most gaming audio sync lags behind their visual. It's only hybrid humans that notice it. That would be Sam Tacky would be one of them.
Listen, okay. Even with Manga Police Quest 2, it's kind of wonderful, isn't it?
whiskey is pretty strong. But you're no expert. Yeah, right. Should we show a little piece of this tutorial? Or
I'm
no?
wondering. I'm not sure. I am not sure.
Yeah, that's cool right there.
Sam's surprised to see us streaming because he's just woke up. My sleep has been pretty bad. I've been getting to bed later and later. I need to fix that.
Well, last night I didn't sleep hardly at all. The cats were like going nuts. Kittens, I should say. Who gets kittens? Whoops. Too late for that.
Oh, lucky people. Yeah, how does Chad feel about putting some of the tutorial in the... I don't know
like
where it would
this.
fit logically, though.
Welcome to the tutorial room. My name's Nancy Maple. I'll be showing you some of the basics of playing a text parser adventure game. Now we just showed what we were thinking about saying, but don't actually say.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
I guess that can be for that clip can kind of align with find out in the human diamond.
It could be later. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Find out in the Crimson Diamond upcoming adventure games. You could have it there.
So here's what we have so far. We're up to 44-ish seconds. So we have approximately 14 seconds left, maybe a little less. So that is 40. That's about 3 or 4 more clips before we're done. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Davor says, "Damn Policar, you have kittens but no Twitter kitten pics. Do you see the problem here? See me after class."
No, I don't put... So I'm kind of one of those guys, but I don't put any family, personal stuff on Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. Unless it's related, like if I happen to work with one of my family members, I might put it on there. But otherwise, no, you won't see any of that. No kitten pics. I had some cat pics from way back in the day on my Instagram, but I think I deleted all of them. Yeah, sorry, no sharing of them. But maybe I'll show one of the kittens off on stream at one point. Secret kittens, exactly. So do I really have kittens or do I really not?
It's true. You're just taking his word for it.
No. I could go grab a kitten now.
Whiskey smoker voices.
You want me to do that? You want me to take 5 and grab a kitten and come back down for a second? She'll purr. She's very happy. All right, let me do that. Julia, you maybe sing a couple of tunes while we're gone.
Oh sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. Any requests?
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and let me actually give Big Julia there. You can see Big Julia, and she can.
Oh no.
She can do some talking. Maybe just give anybody who's new to the stream that. Yeah, sing the Dr. Jones song exactly.
I don't actually know the song. Let's see. I just don't know how it starts. I'll look up the lyrics of the. It's a really good song. You just look it up on YouTube. You don't need me. What do you think this is? This is 2020, man. We have YouTube. Let's see. Dr. Jones by Aqua. We can't play any of it because, reasons. Anyone know that song? In a world. Yeah, that's how it starts, but...
Okay, here we go.
Oh, there we go. Don't sing anything copyrighted or your VOD will get muted. Do you think, Francisco, I could sing it well enough to get muted?
Here you go.
How bad or good can I be to do it?
You probably can't
now I'm
see
just
her.
Curious.
But there is Boomer.
Oh, I need to see this. Why can't
Can
I
you hear
see
this?
this? Oh my gosh, I'm on delay.
I don't know if you can hear her purring, but she's going nuts. You can't hear it? Good. Go ahead, baby. Now you can't really see her eye, probably this direction which she's facing. But let me see. Hold on. Let's do the mommy kitten thing. So there you go. Now you can see her good.
Oh,
I don't want to freak her out too much. But she has one good eye and then one cloudy eye, which we think she can see out of okay. But she she's probably partially blind or mostly blind in the one eye. And we knew she was like that when we got her.
oh my goodness.
But she's very happy. She's not typically allowed downstairs.
Oh my gosh.
So
Bill Kuhn said he heard of one flight simulator guy on YouTube got cited for singing Highway to the Danger Zone. Just that much? Not even the whole song?
sorry, baby, did I scare you? She's very affectionate and very happy. Both of the cats are very happy. Yeah. The other one is a lot bigger than her and more she's more active, I would say, but he will not tolerate this so much. Like she doesn't care right now. She's just sitting here like this is a great time. You know, like if you listen to her still. You can still hear her purring. She's just happy. You know, and she likes it. She's little. But yes, this might look really bad, but this is how you're supposed to pick up kittens. It's actually good. Yeah, that's what I'm practicing. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. Yep, that's her. We have a kitten. Julia does need one, right? Yeah, this cat is happy. When we first got her here, she was kind of sick. She was like, I don't know if she had a respiratory infection or something, but we had to give her meds. Hello. But she's gotten a lot better and she's gotten a lot bigger. She was really little. She's the runt of the litter, so she's like half the size of her brother. Their brother's much bigger than her. I mean, eventually maybe you'll get one of those cat cams on my streams, like Taco Salad or Renaissance, or I think a lot of them. Kilgore has one. A lot of the streamers have one. Oh yeah, Francisco, don't you have cats as well?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Francisco says his stream got muted because he whistled a bit of Out of Touch by Hall & Oates. Wow, these guys are good.
Is that a real thing? That's terrible.
Don't do it, man!
I won't. Yeah, 2 cats. There you go. Yeah, so anyway, listen to this. She's just still going. Oh, sorry.
See, Edenwith, that's my question is, I want to see if my singing is the algorithm will catch it, But if it's that good, I guess so.
I can't believe it would catch stuff like that. That's unbelievable. Whistled. You didn't sing any of the lyrics. I mean, I don't know how it would catch that. Anyway, I'm going to have to go put this cat back because she's not allowed downstairs.
Oh.
So let me put her back. And you should show off your pop filter, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll do that while you're gone.
All right. Say bye. Bye.
Bye, kitty. Okay. So, yes. So recording the script for this trailer thing, I sent a recording to Dan a sample, and he said that he said, well, this is going to sound like a strangely personal question, but it's really not. Do you have pantyhose? And so I said, no, actually, I don't think I do. And I didn't. And he said a pantyhose is a really good way to make your own pop filter, because apparently I was popping. And so here it is. It's a wire coat hanger. It's a wire coat hanger that I kind of bent around and then I put the pantyhose over top. Well, actually, so bent the coat hanger around, used duct tape to kind of keep the wire together, like that, and then you can see the end of the coat hanger here, and then kind of stuck it onto the mic stand. And apparently, it works pretty well. I can't tell the difference, but
It
Dan
does.
says it works.
It definitely did, especially when she recorded and started talking. It actually sounded a lot better. You could cross stitch on it, but it would actually make it worse.
Yeah, and that's another thing. One of the videos Dan sent me on how to make this was someone using a small embroidery hoop for the pop filter, for sure. And I do have one, but then I couldn't do any more cross stitching with it. And I actually didn't really watch the videos. I just kind of got the idea. I'm like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
need to
pretty
watch this
simple.
anymore. Yeah.
And what they do for some stupid reason on the videos, they're all using nude color leggings. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That looks terrible. Use black.
Well,
Doesn't look ridiculous.
Well, like I think I said to you, is I think for demonstration purposes, it's easier to see the nude color
Gotcha. On
to
a camera.
show what they were doing.
Yeah.
So Francisco said that he sang like 2 seconds and then whistled.
That's unbelievable. That's terrible. God. Well, they do it. If you ever watch, there's a kind of a well-known music YouTuber named Rick Beato. If you've ever seen any of his videos, he actually talks at length about it. He testified before Congress via Zoom about fair use and kind of copyright strikes and copyright control on YouTube. He says basically all of his biggest, most well-known, most watched videos have been demonetized. So he'll have 5 million views on a video and it's completely demonetized. So you can't make a penny off of it. And anyway, you're not making a ton of money off having a million videos on YouTube is what, around $1,500 in ad revenue. So it's a lot and it's not a lot. Not a lot of videos get 1 million views, you know? So that's just how it goes.
Yeah, and for us, that's obviously not our concern. It's just more like we don't want the video muted.
Right,
So.
right. And Jim Plays Games says demonetized for him. Some music publisher is making money off of it. Yep, that's 100% correct. In the case of the music, it's probably not the publisher, it's the record label that would be copyright claiming. So, or whoever owns the masters of the recording that he's playing, if he's playing a recording. And sometimes he's not. If he's not playing a recording, you're actually right though, Jim. It would be if he was covering it himself and he played like a Beatles cover, that would be the publisher because it's not a master recording at that point. So it's both. It's potentially both. The music label and the publisher. And what the labels have done, he pointed it out, it's kind of evil. So what the record labels have done, Edenway says, Dan, if you started playing some Sean Paul music, the ad revenue may not go to Sean. Not directly. No, it would go to either Island Records, or Atlantic Records, or VP Records. It gets real complicated, but yes. I should clarify it. Muted about 2 minutes, not the whole thing. That's really bizarre, Francisco. That's really bizarre. But yeah, so what happens is, I lost my train of thought. I wanted to talk about...
Was Sean Paul and the money not going to him?
No, it was before that. But, so what the labels have done, they created deals. Yes, they've created deals with YouTube, Spotify, and these other places. So what they did was they basically cut a deal that said, okay, give us a big part of the stock options or give us part ownership of the company. And I don't know what percentage people are getting, but let's say iPhone Records, which is not a real company, iPhone Records cuts a deal with Spotify, and Spotify says, okay, for that we'll give you 1% of the stock in the company for your entire catalog, or a favorable rate on your entire catalog, because the record companies still have to pay out, but they can dictate what the rate is. That if they get less of a rate, then they don't have to pay out a rate, because they're getting it per song. Like if Sean Paul's song streams 1 million times, then they're getting 1 million streams worth of income from Spotify, right? But if they say to Spotify, well, hey, we'll only take 0.000001 cent, but instead of Sean Paul, for your entire company, for this deal to go through, because the record label's signing their entire catalog. They're not signing single artists to Spotify. They're signing their entire catalog. So what they'll do is they say, well, we want stock options, and in exchange, we're going to give you a really favorable rate. So what that does is it screws the artists, screws the publisher. Well, not the publishers as much, because they're probably signing the same deals. It screws the individual artist, because now the individual artist doesn't own a percentage of Spotify or a percentage of any other company or stock in any other company. They simply get the revenue that's generated. So what the record label's done is they've actually made it worse on behalf of their artists, but better on behalf of themselves. So they're paying less, and that's one of the ways that stuff like that is happening. So, yeah, just another day in big business. This is way ahead, way above the league that I operate in. I mean, I interact with labels and artists, but this is the CEOs and attorneys that have lunches on the golf course and things like that. That's essentially what it is. These kind of deals are worked out that way. Yep, it's rough, but it is what it is. That's the current climate we're operating in, which is why I personally have none of my music on Spotify or Apple Music and listen, I'm not calling out Spotify. I'm saying they're all equal. And some might pay more. Tidal may pay you more, whatever, but nobody's on Tidal. Nobody's using it. And I think I've talked about it before, but we talked about potentially releasing a soundtrack for the Crimson Diamond. And my thoughts is boils down to only really two options. One, it's offered on the game where the game is offered. So that would be Steam, itch.io, potentially GOG, potentially Epic Game Store, wherever else we put the game, right? Wherever the game's sold, I would like the soundtrack to be sold either in a special edition, limited edition, collector's edition, whatever you want to call it, version of the game, or separate. I wouldn't use Bandcamp either because it's just not a large enough platform. It doesn't have enough eyes on it, in my opinion. And also Bandcamp, people can play and stream from that. I just don't even want that option out there and available. YouTube, I might have no choice but to eventually stick it on YouTube, but it won't be on any of the major streaming services. Not by my plan, because you can sell a soundtrack. You guys probably have purchased soundtracks, and maybe Grundislav can talk about this, because he has like different editions of the games, right? It will put on YouTube either way. Yeah, exactly. But well, let's say, Jim, let's say you stream the game, right? If you stream the game and you put it on YouTube, and I copyright claim the song, I can get your video either demonetized or taken down. But the problem with me doing that is it's bad for the game. So that reduces the visibility of the game, because you're not going to want to stream a game that you know is going to get demonetized or get a copyright claim against or muted or whatever. You don't want to see that. So anyway, thank you, Ambersine.
Thank you, Ambersine. Awesome.
Exactly. That's exactly what would happen. I would alienate everyone who might potentially play the game, and that's exactly the opposite of what I want to do. Like, I want a streamer to play Crimson Diamond, but I don't necessarily want somebody to just be able to stream the music from Spotify, right? But yes, Edenway says, I've seen quite a few games which will offer the soundtrack via Steam. Yep. And if you go right now, well, let's look. Let's just take, oh no, I can't do it this way, can I? Or maybe I can. Let me see if I can find it. And then we'll jump back to finishing what we were working on. Yes,
I think
we
you're getting yourself back on track? Holy cow.
Yep.
I didn't have to do anything
Unbelievable,
tonight.
Right? Are we seeing Steam here, the Steam store? I'm not logged in, but that's fine. Let's go to Lamplight City, because I know this is one of them that I think has the option. Okay, cool. See, look. Here's Lamplight City for $14.99. And then you have the option to buy Lamplight City. Then there's a bundle, which is probably part of Application Systems Heidelberg Publishing bundle. I assume they're all the same publisher. Yes. Right? Which makes sense. That's a marketing thing from the publisher. Very smart. Deep Stories bundle, maybe another thing from the publisher. Different marketing. This is a different bundle, not from the publisher, but who knows what those deals are. But the bottom line is, and then I can add, whoops, I'm on the wrong game now. Sorry. Lamplight City. I can add all DLC to cart. So I can add for $6.99 the official game soundtrack. Now, immediately 30% of that will go to Steam if somebody buys it, right? You bought Lamplight City at launch and received the soundtrack at no extra charge. I think it was a publisher glitch. Yeah, it's possible. I couldn't tell you there. But yeah, that's the way I would like it to be marketed, because $6.99 is way more than you can charge for something nowadays. The only other possible way to charge $6.99 for a soundtrack is, or more, would be to put it out physically on vinyl or something. I don't think a CD sells. First of all, I know download cards are a waste. The only thing I could consider would be DLC in Steam, which I love. I love this way. Or even let's look at Shardlight too, because I think that's another one that has not Styx. Wrong game. Right, here you go. Shardlight and Shardlight bonus content. Shardlight Deluxe, that's what it's called. And you get it for $19, you save 5%. What is the bonus content? It includes the full game soundtrack, 48 tracks over an hour's worth of music, concept art, 5 different wallpapers, and voiceover session videos. And I know I have this version. You just can't see it. I'm not logged in on my Steam. But this is the version I have because I think I bought it on a sale or something. And I was like, deluxe with the soundtrack? Hell yes. And I just didn't think about it. I didn't think twice about clicking and buying the soundtrack, which is exactly the way that I would want a potential customer to look at the Crimson Diamond and say, oh, Crimson Diamond or Crimson Diamond Deluxe is whatever the price is. We don't have prices or anything. That's way down the road. But whatever it is, that's what I would want to do with it. And that makes more sense, because then even if Steam takes 30% of that, still, and assuming whatever deal you have with your composer, if you're a game designer, or vice versa, whatever you have with the designer, if you own 100% of your soundtrack rights, after 30% taken by Steam, you're getting the rest of that money. So what, $4 for every soundtrack sold? So if you sell 10 soundtracks, that's $40. How many soundtracks do you need to sell to make $1,500? You need 1 million plays on YouTube to get to that point, right? So you don't need 1 million to get to $1,500 at $4 a pop. And even if it means less visibility, I think that's not a problem. It's not like the Crimson Diamond soundtrack has the potential to be a #1 radio hit song, right? It's just not going to happen. That's not how this music works. But either a physical option, or the best option currently, I think, is something like Steam, a deluxe, 375 sales. See, there you go. That's actually a lot still, but that seems like a fairly realistic number. You know? Well, that's another argument. That's a Valve thing. Deluxe Tux is saying, I might buy more soundtracks on Steam if Valve made it easier to organize and download them, or even export them to your main library if it's a cloud thing. What about GOG? What about GOG? What do they do there? Is it the same kind of thing? Because I thought it was just MP3s you can download. Mousimus, the extra price for a soundtrack just needs to be small. Yeah, I mean, that's what it was. Humble does soundtracks too, yeah. Like The Girl in the Tower. Yeah.
That got radio play though, so that's a whole
Did it
other
really?
story. I believe so.
Wow. How about that?
Although I don't know if they did or they just were trying to encourage that to happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's
The Creams, yeah. A remix, yeah, definitely. Sure to be a hit.
And just Dan, when you said the Crimson Diamond Deluxe, that sounds like a slot machine.
Or like it does kind of sound like a casino game, right?
Yeah.
Or like maybe it's a burger at the casino diner.
Or like a match 3 game or something.
We should do that. Well, I do
There
not
should
use
be a
Steam.
match 3 game called the Crimson Diamond. We should do that.
Maple Rag. Well, we have 2 ragtime songs now in the Crimson Diamond.
Mhm.
The only reason we didn't choose to use the ragtime singer from this, the ragtime song for this is because I didn't think it really made a whole lot of sense for a video, a trailer video. It was a little too silly, maybe.
Yeah, we definitely want the theme on this one.
Monolith Burger. If you liked Bejeweled, try the Crimson Diamond Deluxe.
Yes.
Did you guys ever watch that GDC about the guys who made the slot machines? And they wrote a bot to basically post thousands of different slot machines on the Android store.
No.
And they made money, and then they made money, and they made ad revenue, and one of their popular slots were named like they eventually even scripted it to have a random name generator. Like one of the slots' name was Lobster Slots, and Tasteful Side Boob Slots, I think was one of the names that they used. It's a GDC talk. It was fantastic. I loved it. I was like, wow. But then of course they shut all that down because it was their ad revenue people were like, yeah, this is not what we want. This is not bringing, to fruition what we want. And it was also a violation, I think, eventually of the terms of service of the Android store or iOS store or something. And they told the whole story, but they actually made I don't know if they made $100K, but they made like tens of thousands of dollars. And their idea was to spend the minimum amount of time possible, but beyond an asset flip but it was kind of an asset flip because they bought somebody else's slot machine. They didn't write the slot machine. All they did was write the scripts to automate everything. So they didn't even have to name their own slots. They didn't have to. 50K, was that what they made? Yeah. They didn't have to do any of it. And then they just literally watched. And I think it was initially a joke. And then eventually they watched the account start ticking up.
I kind of do love that story.
It is dark.
Yeah.
It is dark in terms of but they're thinking outside the box. You got to think. It was. But the question was it shovelware? I guess it was. But people liked it. Lobster Slots apparently was very popular.
So what they
were
be
all
a bot
free.
So the assets for the art for the slot machines would be just inserted into the games.
I think they even wrote scripts to use the assets. Yes.
That's kind of And if it's lobster slots and it's pictures of lobster and other crustaceans, then I'd be into it.
Right. See, you already want to download this game, and it's free. It's free.
Yeah.
All their money came from ad revenue.
Yeah.
From partnerships,
What are we doing, man?
I don't know. I have no idea. But yes. So they sell you entire games that you just need design for. Yep. And that's what they say. Like people, images. Apparently people do this all the time on Steam. Like a good portion of the Steam releases that happen every day are just people that are just like using assets that are already pre-made or bought, and they're asset flipping, and apparently they don't sell well at all. Asset swaps, asset flips. Yeah, but apparently they're not. I mean, they're not making any money, so I'm not exactly sure why they're doing that. Unless
I want
they're
a
trying to
real
game
Crimson Diamond slot machine.
It might have
That's
to be
what
a
I
slot
want.
machine, the Crimson Diamond slot machine. There's not really a lot
It
of
would have
people
music.
in this setting. Everything in a slot machine has to be in the key of C major, by the way. That's not a joke. That's a true story.
Why? What?
I don't know. That's just how it works. There's also a good video. You were on with Matt Barton, Matt Chat on YouTube.
Yes.
And he interviewed George Sanger. It was a couple of part interview, but George Sanger actually was working on slot machines, and he was talking about working in the key of C major. They all have to be in the So for some reason they all have to be in the key of C major. I don't know why that is.
I love that sound though. I do love the sound of a slot machine going. That sound you just played.
Yeah, whatever
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
Right. And if you had them in all different keys, people would have headaches all day long.
Oh, there you go. That's really smart.
But what George's ideas were, he talks about like that he was trying to sync up a whole bunch of slot machines and get them to be like a symphony kind of thing. I don't know if that ever worked out. That interview's a number of years old, but see, Jim plays games. Hey, if you're serious about a slot machine game, I'd be up for building that. I love slot machines. I like the simple gambling games and match threes and all that stuff. The Crimson Diamond Deluxe. Can we do lobster slots also? It's been done, but it seems to work. One family we went to Los Angeles, took a side trip to Vegas. The only gambling I did was spend a few minutes at slot machine, and I got plus $2 and walked away. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell my gambling stories.
Oh no.
I don't have any good
When
ones.
You
They're
start
just
it like that.
they're just
that sounds
losses.
really sad.
They're just losses. They're no good.
Crimson Diamond Hoyle Book of Games.
Ooh, I don't have that. You know, I still am trying to get. I'm still trying to get a copy of Hoyle Book of Games Volume 1 from Sierra. It's a very, very good one. You never played that one, right?
No, I just played 2. I really like 2.
1 has Ken Williams as a playable character. It has King Graham. It has a random bulldog. I'm not sure if he's from any
Maybe
of the
that's
games.
the one I had. No, that's the one. It's EGA. Yeah.
It's EGA, yeah. And it has like... what does it have in there? It has like Old Maid,
Hearts.
Gin Rummy, Hearts, Cribbage, I think is also
Cribbage.
in there. Yeah, I think that's part 1.
Oh, I love that one. I used to play that all the time.
That's the hardest one to find, it seems like.
Oh.
I don't know. There are 2 kids who made... Oh, yes, Roger Wilco is in there. That one doesn't... The first one doesn't have bridge, but I think the later versions do have bridge. Nobody asks Ken Williams about that. And by the way, he's been all over the place. He just joined he just joined the Classic Gamers Guild, which Julia is a moderator in, and he just joined the Big Box PC Gamer Collectors group, and he's been posting and responding to just about every question somebody asks, which is amazing.
Yeah.
I asked him if he ever got to finish and publish his Fortran compiler, and he said he has not. He wanted the company specifically to be divided into 3 different divisions and make equal money from 3 different divisions, but sadly, he said most of their money came from adventure games the whole time.
Sadly.
But if you look, well, I mean, yes. Yes, that was actually not Roberta Williams. There was a fake Roberta Williams account that was quite hilarious. It came in and said something like, "Hey guys, have you seen my husband? His dinner's getting cold. He's always on the computer," or something along those lines. And everybody thought it was hilarious. Turns out it was not Roberta, but it is still funny.
It is.
Yeah, he really wants to be involved and take advantage of it, because I have a strong feeling the 2 of them are going to disappear after they get tired of this again. And they're going to get tired of it soon. I think he's already kind of alluded that he might. But he wants to sell the book, and I think the book is going to be really interesting. I know John Romero has a copy. He edited a part for it. My friend Enrico is doing some of the artwork in it and providing some of the photographs. And I think it's kensbook.com. Let's see. I think that's the site. Is how you can buy it. Let's see. Yep, that's it.
Amazing.
And it's not available for sale yet, but it's a notify you kind of situation. Ooh, the chapters are up. Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
Hey, so you said that we need only 3 or 4 clips left for the rest of
Yeah,
the
we need
show,
about
right?
4 clips. Yep.
Okay.
So should we put them together, Julia, getting me back on track?
Yes, let's do that. So,
Okay.
so we said maybe for the find out in the Crimson Diamond a bit, we could have maybe some cuts, some of the tutorial bit, just a bit of that.
This part.
I can't see anything yet, so don't worry about me. I'll assume that you're correct.
Yeah, I like this part.
And then just a quick one of that, and then from there we have, the ending bit is, upcoming adventure game, blah, 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 Crimson Diamond demo available, blah, blah, blah. I think near the end we could just do a couple, a few just short, fun little clips, like, her spinning in the chair or some other thing.
Where
you
is
know,
the spinning
her-
in the chair? Which clip is that in?
Oh, it is. Oh boy. I feel like it would be in the first set.
Oh, this is playing at the right speed now.
No, it's in the fifth
Still
set. It's in the
slow,
fifth
though.
set animation. So I've put a bunch of like funner animations in the fifth clip, the fifth file. So
Yeah.
there's her drinking, there's her sitting down in the chair and spinning, there's her sitting with.
Yeah, the fifth clip is where we're having problems with the speed.
Oh, is that? I thought the fifth clip was the one with the good speed.
Some of it is, some of it isn't. The towel.
Oh, good night, Jim Plays Games. Good to see you.
Jim Plays Games is out of here.
Yeah, pleasure to have you on.
Later. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being with us.
And Grudoslav insists on explosion.
I bet he does. What does he know? He's only made like 20 games.
I don't know. Every one of his games has an explosion, I think, maybe for whenever he has a trailer.
Well, I know there's a number of explosions that are possible in Lamplight City.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice little shot right there. Yeah, that's a really nice one. Let's cut that out. Okay. I don't know if we will add the this is nice too. Yeah. It's almost like B-roll. That's basically what this would be for the purpose of this video.
It's just other things to show that could be fun, that's cute, that it's, has a personality that you might want to get to know.
Oops, I don't want to edit two at the same time.
Yeah, Deluxe Tux, I already did clouds in the waterfall scene, but the color of the sky is different than the sky in the exterior shot of the ROM, so I kind of can't use the same thing. But I do have a bunch of cloud examples that I will be showing on next Tuesday of how I'm going to do the sky, and I'm just going to steal from Crush of Glory 2, which I think is a pretty good rule of thumb for anybody doing EGA art. Yeah, I do like the waterfall. We don't have to watch, see her falling off the waterfall, but I just like the waterfall is a nice scene.
Yeah, I didn't put that in. I put the waterfall. I just put her walking up and talking.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Oh, there's a good one right there. Perfect. I didn't even realize this was in here.
Which?
This is our first scene. We actually want this early on, where we had the freeze frame before.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I can't see what you're doing, but I'm also going to still say it's fine. I'll have her walking into the frame with, the lodge. I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think I don't know. I'm on this wicked lag, and I don't know why. So
this is boring. Okay. So this, well, let's leave it. Let me just keep playing it. Perfect. So this is actually the end. We have now reached the point where we have, at present, this is 56 seconds here, 57 seconds.
Perfect.
So it actually has to get a little shorter, and maybe we'll swap out a shot or two, like we did at the beginning. I don't love the mouse movement thing here. Maybe we can do this.
Deluxe Tux is saying maybe we can just get rid of the tutorial room stuff if we
Possibly.
need to.
Yeah, possibly. Yep. I like that
No,
idea.
and you're not backseating, so don't worry about that. We're here to
Nope.
kind of do it in front of you guys to get feedback. You know?
Yeah, if we didn't want you to backseat, we'd just not do it on stream.
Yeah, no, we're totally cool with it. Like, I think it's such an important part is to get feedback when you want feedback, and to accept the feedback and evaluate the feedback and all the rest of that. It's a huge part of it.
And then properly ignore it. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, totally. Like, if it's something we think is not going to work, totally ignore it.
But to be honest, most of the suggestions are stuff that we either talked about and decided to do, or talked about and decided against because of some other reason that you guys wouldn't even have known about anyway. Or some good suggestions that we'll put in. All of the above. It's a win-win situation, I think. Oops. That's a bad edit right there. Okay, let's leave that for now. You know what? What if we do this? Instead of this one as the first shot, what if this is the first shot?
Okay, can you just say, describe which one it is?
So instead of the train station as the first shot,
okay.
what if, instead of the lodge as the first shot with her walking, what if the train station is the first shot?
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. That's more chronological.
And I think even maybe starting with...
Would you like a shot of her walking toward the lodge, not away from it?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Excuse me, folks. I was sent to one station at the station tonight. That's perfect. I think that's all the longer that part needs to be. So what we can do, because this is not yet synced up with any audio, really. Oh, it is. I don't want to move this then. Okay. Part of me doesn't care. I want it to be like this anyway. Let's see. You know what? Here's my feeling on this. And as I'm watching it, I'm feeling it more. Like, I have this cool part where she's walking into the dinner scene, but this room doesn't really do anything for me. Whoops. You know, like this the hallway doesn't really do anything for me.
Okay.
I kind of feel like it should just be the dinner.
That's fine too.
Whoa, that's cool.
So Maximus is saying maybe freeze the first frame when there's only 3 of them for a second in the beginning. Because yeah, there's no that's something we could easily do. There's no animation there. Give it better pacing.
Yeah. Freeze the frame here.
Just after before Jack walks in on the platform. I think that's what Maximus means. I think.
Well, I don't see a need to freeze frame it. I think the freeze frame is actually kind of what's bothering me about it. I just want to have something happening for the visual.
I don't mind the walk into the dining room and then the dining room.
It's just weird here's the other thing. I'm thinking of kind of the narrative. Like, if I show the train station first, that's cool. But is the first line that I want people to read cormorant? Is that a type of rodent? Is that funny, or is that like,
Could be.
or is it just completely out of place, or both? Maybe that's a good chat question. Skip the first dialogue where it's just. It is actually funny, yes. Okay, there you go. It's a bit odd. I think it's funny.
Because the thing is, there's someone going to be talking, and then there's some writing going to be on the screen. Like, how much are you?
How much can you pay attention to?
Yeah.
But some British guy with a monocle and dressed up in a tux, saying cormorant. Is that a type of rodent? That's kind of funny, I think. Even though probably nobody knows what a cormorant is anyway.
And Bill Kuhn, yeah, it is very out of place, and I could easily go the other way with it for sure. Because basically the script at that point, that's the first shot, right, Dan?
It's the first shot. Technically the second shot.
After the title card.
After the title card.
Okay, so the script at that point is Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town, but that was long ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks seem to keep it that way. So that's that's what's going on as this was playing. Some part of that.
Hold on.
And that's good because what you have is this kind of this dilapidated train station in the background, which kind of relates to what the script is saying about it being deserted.
Yeah.
So there won't be a perfect shot of something that's going to fit everything perfectly, but I think it works with the script, the broad strokes.
Cormorant as the first line is very out of place. Yeah, I agree. But hopefully it's so quick you can't read it, and no text at first. See, that's the thing, though. What's the opening line of the script again?
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town.
Okay. I guess we have that. We have that represented, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speech starts after the title card. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because we don't want to distract you during the title card in or out.
No.
Yeah, and I even might put in a little ad. Like, we could even have like an EGA. I don't know. I was thinking, but that's just more work that we won't have time to do. So let me not talk about that. Yeah, the thing is, it's in. I mean, that's in the game. It's not like the game has a large. Because there's no voiceover and there's not like, a large period of time where you actually have animation and no dialogue that you're reading, right?
Yeah.
It's not like that type of game where you could just like do a flyover in Skyrim or something. It's not really, not really like that. Ugh, that's ugly. I made it worse. Okay, I got an idea.
Okay.
So that first scene that I got rid of, what if I brought it back?
Oh, Massimo suggests in this space between station and hallway, how about Kimmy's room? The starting room.
We could do that. What I was thinking actually is just maybe bringing back that part that I got rid of with her walking. But you might be right. Kimmy's room. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm wondering if this could work.
Station, room, hallway, dinner.
That's where she's-
Which is the logical progression.
So let's do that then. Oh, and this is cool because there's a nice thing with you typing, which is
Right,
good
exactly.
because it's going to say, "Oh, you got to type stuff."
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you have to use your hands? That's like a baby's toy. Let's see.
Oh, that's the line from a movie. What movie is that?
The one I just gave you?
Yeah.
Back to the Future Part 2. And I believe it's Elijah Wood who actually says that line.
That's what Bill Kuhn is saying. I'm like, yeah, that does sound familiar now after you said it.
Elijah Wood's
After Bill
first
Kuhn
movie
did Elijah
role.
Wood, yeah.
Was
He
it
was the
his
kid in the
first?
arcade.
Was it his first movie role? Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, we're gonna have to get some fades. It's a little clunky for sure. I like this.
The commentary for Back to the Future 2 says it was.
Interesting.
Very nice. Not super Back to the Future 2.
Ooh, that's a good game. So this particular frame is bugging me, which shows the notebook. I like the back-to-back art, which shows Evan and Nessa, and then the one that shows Nancy and Nessa and the attorney. But then I don't love how long this notebook thing plays. And I don't like the placement of it either. I think something else has got to go there.
Can we shorten the notebook thing?
We could. Yeah. That's probably a good idea. And that should be maybe the chair spinning there.
Well, where?
Right after the notebook. That does show the starting room twice then, doesn't it?
Well, Maximus is suggesting that notebook kind of like a tutorial, so somewhere near the end.
Could
We
be.
could always throw it in
Could be.
near the end.
Yeah, could be.
Like a grab bag of stuff.
Okay, so then
Which is kind of
after Nancy eavesdropping, what do we have then? What are we gonna? Are we gonna move everything forward? Or are we gonna
Yeah,
just-
after Nancy eavesdropping, we had
we have showing off of the loop, and that's actually kind of cool. Let's see if that works.
well, it could be Nancy eavesdropping and then notebook and then loop or loop and then notebook or something.
We had notebook and loop. I just felt like it was too long.
Okay, so
Maybe we gotta get rid of the Toronto part and just go to the eye with the diamond.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's better.
That one's shorten it up quite a lot.
Boom, and there's the notebook right there, maybe. Shorten this up. Ooh, you know what's better too? Oops, not a ripple edit, please. Thank you. Where it says, where it shows the notebook and it says talked to Kimmy. And it puts a little check mark there. Yeah. Okay. right there.
Maximus, you said eavesdropping sounds like it's showing of the explore aspect. I kind of had it as in the part of the script for untangling
Mystery.
mysteries and machinations. Part of the that's kind of why I liked it in where it was, but it could easily go other places. But I felt it worked really well for that because we don't have a lot in the trailer to show that action.
Oh, how about the furious Jordan almonds eating?
Yeah, that could go near the end. I think that's a fun one.
I was actually thinking we could put it earlier. We could put it right after the Notebook.
So that would be. It could go anywhere, really. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
It's a filler. Oh, I see. So you're saying eavesdropping and then exploring a location. I guess for me right now, the progression of eavesdropping, possibly notebook and then loop would be like she's written down what she just heard. Even though that doesn't really, it's not really how that works.
Let me see this again. This is now too long. What I think should go here maybe is the chair spinning.
Yeah, it's good to have those little things mixed in.
Yeah.
Neat.
It doesn't perfectly follow the narrative, but it doesn't have to.
Oh, I see. I must be saying eavesdropping first and then walk into that scene.
There's the chair. This is a good one. Yeah, this has definitely got to go in there. Let's see how this goes. Whoops. There's probably a better way to do this than the way I'm doing it, but hey, that's how I'm doing it. Okay, now this scene is now out of place. See how you guys like this.
Yeah, Maximus, as we said, yeah, I think, we just want to get something down. And yeah, it's so easy to just fix, adjust, and polish it as we need. But yeah, so far so good, I think, but for the most part. And it is good to have possibilities, options.
This is now too long. Okay.
You can just have the spin even if
Yeah, I think
you're worried
that's what's-
about.
I think that's what it's got to be. You know what? I was trying to get it to do sit in one thing and then sit and it cut scenes and it was cool, but it didn't work.
Deluxe Tux gives you credit for your valiant attempt at creative editing.
I'm trying.
Hey, Duck with Shades.
Duck with
Yeah,
Shades,
right.
what's up?
Yeah, Dan right now is cutting a new 60-second trailer for the Crimson Diamond. And it's already way better than what I had 2 years ago that I've been using up to this point.
Boom. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think that's better now. Let's see this from here. Whoops.
Oh, your brother wants to see the whole thing.
I bet he does. I will play it for him in a second.
Oh wow,
Ooh.
the loop is magnetic. That's nice.
The what?
The loop I have is magnetic, so her feet stick to it. That's awesome.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's great. It's a weak magnet, but it's just strong enough so she won't fall over, which is perfect.
The tutorial thing seems out of place to me.
Yeah, that's fine. We can get rid of it. Will it be too short if we get rid of it? Or just put something else in that's more fun?
We're missing a few little pieces, but the thing is, this is already too long.
Okay, good. Yeah, you can get rid of the tutorial. It's not a huge deal.
This I like, and we don't have that yet, right? Ooh, what was that? We did something.
Yes, well, someone did something. Hey, SFG devs.
SFG devs, thank you for the
corgis.
100 bits. Very nice.
Oh, yes, bits.
What'd you call them?
Corgis.
Corgis, that's the dog, right? Porgies is
Yeah.
a fish. Corgis is a dog.
It's corgis. I just ate my mutter. It's fine.
Very important. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, we don't have that scene in, I don't think.
Which scene?
The scenes where she's like just walking around in the forest in the wilderness.
Yeah,
I like this.
those are
I
nice.
like this shed. This shot of the shed. I think it's really just a nice artsy shot. Like, you know, this one where it's just the wilderness. This is good for the game, but it doesn't necessarily show off as much as the color and the art, I think. Whoops, get rid of that. BA. Let's go to here. This is cool. Even though it's a little just short, like walking clip, I think it'll work somewhere where we have a hole at the moment. Okay, so we're up to here. That's pretty close. I gotta edit it slightly. Okay, we need maybe one more clip. Or actually, we might be able to just slide these earlier because we're basically out of time. Yeah, that's nice. This is boring.
Okay.
That last shot is boring, but...
Okay.
We're at 51 seconds. So,
Okay.
what we could do what's the last shot? That's the good question. The big $1 million question. What is the last shot before the title card?
Nancy falling into the waterfall. No,
No. Explosion, obviously. Where's Grundislav
Of
to yell
course.
at us?
Yeah.
Explosions! Nancy looking at the viewer? Which viewer?
Well, she does that quite a bit actually. Whenever she's facing it, the south.
Let's see.
Very good
There's
question.
something of her walking out the door. We have her walking in the door all the time. Maybe just the last scene could be the one we were going to use at the beginning where she's walking. I think it's this. Just have her leave. and it'll look like she's leaving there at the end.
Have a shot where she's
Something like that.
Which shot was she leaving?
She's leaving. She's not really leaving. She's just walking out of the lodge.
Okay. That works for me.
And that's right at 55 seconds. So it gives us 4
Perfect.
seconds for a title card again, even though it says 2. I think 4 is better. And we can cut it right. We can fade the music and fade the thing, and it'll be a perfect 60 seconds. Okay, so...
Rasmus says, leaving feels wrong. She's there waiting for us, the player.
Well, listen, and this is something I was talking to Julie about. You guys can tell me how you feel about it before we do a preview of the whole thing. But what my thought was, should be one of maybe 2, 3, 4 different trailers that eventually happen. You say, but look, this only took us, what, a couple hours. And it was on stream, so it was cool. To paraphrase Milton Berle, leave them wanting more. Do you know Milton Berle?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like a stand-up, wasn't he?
Stand up. He was in the Muppet movie as well. I think he was the used car salesman. I want to say, or did he do the thing with the dummy? Was that somebody else?
I think Milton Berle was just a stand-up. He was like from vaudeville, I'm assuming, from that tradition to start.
He was the car salesman in the Muppet movie, but he was apparently in a lot of the Muppets, it looks like. Statler and Waldorf are definitely my favorite Muppet characters by far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, have to be. Edgar Bergen was the ventriloquist. Nice one, Bill.
My favorite Muppet is the Swedish Chef.
Really?
Yes.
He's pretty funny, too.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he made board games. That was Milton Bradley, but yes, close enough. So, should we show off the then Beaker, Bunsen and Beaker? Could have another trailer showing off characters, but might need no spoiler scenes. You know, we can show scenes from other parts of the game, which there are in this trailer already. This is not in the demo. There's more in this trailer than is in the demo, but it doesn't really give anything away except showing you some of the artwork. But there's plenty of artwork that's not going to be shown before the game's released. Right? So
Yep.
I think it's okay. And I like the character. I like that idea of, like a character-focused trailer. Because we could do a trailer that's 2 minutes. It doesn't have to be 60 seconds. But you could also focus it more. And it would be a different thing. Right, not for this one. Yeah. I think this one works pretty well. I think there's some polish issues, like you pointed out before, Mouse Miss and others have said. So let's do this. Let's watch this as best we can. Deliver. I think this is the best one to watch. I forget. Nothing bothers me about that. What I just saw. I enjoyed what I just saw.
I'm just watching it now on delay.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
Looks like I'm on a 60-second delay. Or something. I think my internet just lagged at one point. It never caught up.
Sammy Buckets, I hope you were watching that. That was the whole thing.
I think, well, what I'm seeing so far is great. It's showing gameplay features. It's showing, the setting.
There's nothing that bothered me about it. Nothing
That's the
really
most important
stands out. Yeah, nothing bad. And then once the voiceover's in there, it'll add the next element. So what we need to do now is record the voiceover, either Julia or myself has to re-record it or record it and throw it in there, and then we're good. Tweak it up a little bit, and that gives us the next about 36 hours or so, 48 hours to get it to that point. I think it'll be fine. It's quite fast-paced, yes. I agree with you, but I also am agreeing with you with the second half of what you said, because it's just attention spans are so short, But and again, it's still 60 seconds, which is long. Like, if we can capture the audience attention for 60 seconds, that's a good thing, I think, If you're just listening to a song, like we pointed out a couple of weeks ago, the reason I did my trailer, could I count the scenes? Yeah, I can. It's like 3 or 4 seconds on average, per scene. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we have to add also the outro. What is the outro, by the way? Just the title card again?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me put that in. Yeah, they're about 4 seconds on average. This one's a little longer. Some are a little shorter. But yeah, about. And what I would do also is not just worry and kill myself in the editing stages. A filmmaker buddy of mine said to me, I was working on doing a score of a horror movie scene. And the filmmaker buddy, I was asking him, I said, dude, what do I need to do to make this thing, to really knock it out of the park and make sure I get the job? And he said, well, you know what you can do, and what I like to do a lot of time, just dump the footage and watch it on a real TV. Get rid of the computer, get away from the thing, just watch it on a TV and see how you feel after that. And I love that idea. And so that's kind of the way I feel with this. Like, obviously, it's not really suited for a TV, but dump it. Bounce it, render it to a file. We'll put it up on a private unlisted YouTube link so we can see it, and just watch it a few times and see how we feel about that. So if you're doing something like that, do the same thing. Just watch it, see how you feel out of context. Get rid of the editors, and give yourself a break between doing this and watching it, and just come back to it and say, hey, do I like this, or does this got to change? Because I feel like there's some little changes here right now that I could make, but after having spent the last couple of hours on this, I feel that I may or may not have lost perspective on what I'm doing. So I want to make sure that I'm kind of fresh. Same thing with music. Same thing with listening to songs.
You have to take a break, come back.
Yeah, you got to take a break and come back, right? Whoops. Let's put this here. There it is right there. Whoops. Boom, and there it is. Exactly 1 minute.
Stick the landing.
Stick the damn landing. With a voiceover, I think this will be great.
Or it could be the voiceover will completely detract from what we just did,
I don't think it will. Let me try this. Let me try to just see if I can read it.
Yes.
While we watch it.
Ooh.
I would have you do it, but the delay is going to be.
Yes.
Make it not work. Okay, so I need
you can NPR it.
to. Oh, hold on. How am I going to do this? I'm going to have to
Yeah, how are you
open
gonna
it
do
on my phone, I guess. Okay. Let's see here. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town, but that was a long time ago. Only one lodge is left standing, with a reclusive owner who doesn't take kindly to uninvited guests. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist following the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way, or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows, PC, and Mac OS. So I think I could go a little slower.
So we're going with itch.io?
What do you mean? Instead of itch.io?
I don't know which one. What do people say in chat anyway?
I don't know.
If we...
Nope, Julia should do it. Yeah, it's not going to be perfectly synchronized with the video, I don't think.
It's fine.
The tough part, I think, is going to be to sync it to the right time length overall. Yeah, I don't think it has to be perfectly synchronized. I think it's just something for you to watch while you're listening. Cuz
Yeah, and as long as there's no voice in at either title card, then that's fine.
Yeah. So it's cool. You could have Julia read it, but only start the video once you hear her. Yes, that's how it feels. And that's cool. Yeah, I think you're probably right. You probably have to read it.
That's fine.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this video, because we're almost out of time anyway. I'm going to send this video to Julia right now.
Okay.
I'm going to bounce or render it and send it. It'll be exactly a minute. Then how are you going to record it?
Well, I can just record the separate audio track and just send it back to you. And
While playing the video, though?
I don't know. I mean, I figure when I record the script, it's about 50 seconds, and you can just stick it in wherever you want to stick it. You know, because it's going to not be
I guess I
the
could
full
do that.
length.
So then I don't really need to send you this. I was just thinking
No.
it would be cool to have you read with the video a few times to kind of get the sync perfectly instead of just chopping and cutting you around. Yes, exactly. Pay attention to your speaking speed. It's very
Yes.
important for timing and listening. Absolutely.
Well, I could watch it. I can't. Well, I have to read and also watch it at the same time.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of what I was doing.
Yeah, I can. I can give that a shot. I guess it would always help more input, more information.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's fine. We could do it that way. Yeah.
Yep. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll render this, and let's just for fun, let's just look and see how long this actually takes. Even though we got a million other things going on this desktop, hopefully it won't crash everything. Let's render it. We're going to render to YouTube, QuickTime, untitled file name, the Crimson Diamond Trailer 1, Take 1. Same as project, visibility private. Sure, add to render queue. We need to put one here. Boom. Okay, and then start render, I believe. Well, it's not taking long at all. That's really fast. Wow.
Yep.
I guess because it's only a minute.
And it's also like 30 FPS, like we said. It doesn't even matter.
It's going to take longer to upload to
Yes.
YouTube than it will to actually. That rendered really quick. Okay, so that's cool. So nice. So I think we're gonna call it an evening. I want to thank everybody for coming and watching and helping out
Thank
with
you
us.
for your feedback.
Yes,
Yeah. Totally.
it's instant feedback, really, which is
Yes.
awesome. Now here's the next question. Could we post a YouTube link? Not yet. We'll post the final. Thank you, SFG devs. We'll post
Thank
the
you.
final YouTube link in a couple of days. It'll be done in 2 days anyway. When we're done with it, when I put Julia's voiceover in there. Thank you. Thanks, Stuck with Shades. So I have a question. Should we raid up a little bit?
Yes.
It looks like Will is not on Bust-A-Tune, so we missed him. I got a couple of people, but who do you have on, Julia?
Let me check. What do I got here?
Yeah, thank you guys a lot for your help. This was awesome. It's fun to be able to do this in like a public forum. You know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And even though it's public, it's still private because it's only a handful of us. It's like our own secret club.
Dan, it's up to you, man. You did such a good job today, and as someone mentioned up in chat that you were in the zone. Mouseman said you were in the zone today. It was good to see. So please,
Thanks.
It's Dan's choice.
Well,
I think the kitten helped with productivity.
I have a couple of different people. So I like this guy Kilgore Trout. He's pretty fun to watch. Did we raid him last time though?
I think so.
What I would like to do probably is raid the Renaissance. I don't know what he's doing.
Thanks for your help.
But I think
I feel like you've got experience with this, Mousemas.
I was looking at Quest for Glory 2. Doug Herring helped with some of the art. Yeah, no, Doug Herring was like the main cat, wasn't he?
Not on that one.
Oh, I thought he was.
Colonel's Bequest was. He also helped with Quest for Glory 2, and they're both awesome looking. Yeah, there's some really good skies in Quest for Glory 2.
Interesting. Yeah, I think I want to raid the Renaissance because what I've been doing lately is I've been watching him, and there's another streamer called Hungry Goria and another streamer called Middle Age Stream that he introduced me to. Man, I've been enjoying a lot of them. But let's I say we raid the Renaissance.
Nice.
If I did that right.
You did the right.
I think it'll be enjoyable. He's been pretty enjoyable to watch lately, and I like, you know what I really like, his speaking voice is pretty interesting too. It's calming.
Yes.
It's relaxing, right?
Yes.
I think that's the movie. Yep, Hungry is a good one. And what I like about her, if she was on, I'd rate her, but I think she and Renaissance switch off. But what I like about her is she uses all original hardware.
That's cool.
So she's streaming, like, I was watching Zillion. She was playing Zillion, and she was streaming it from a Sega Master System, which is awesome. So, all right, let's thank you guys once again from Julia and myself, and let's go raid up the Renaissance.
Thank you so much, you guys.
She even did Virtual Boy. Yeah, she's cool. We'll figure out a time to raid her eventually. Boom. And I think we're there.